Hi, I'm Chris. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm delighted to welcome you to Fracture. I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight. Fracture is an experiment for us, our first long-running campaign. 5 new adventurers are flung into a strange new world, lost in the plains, and I can't wait to share all of the strange new things they discover with you. This is our first long-running campaign, so if you're looking for recaps of what's already happened, there should be a link in chat now to our YouTube channel, where there will be a full recap playlist. For those who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here is playing fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. They all have their own unique characters with character sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do. They mostly roll 20-sided dice to see how well they do things, with 20s being good and 1s being hilariously bad. But otherwise, we are improvising, telling stories with each other, and we hope you'll join us for the ride. When they play all their characters, I play the rest of the world, so I'll be playing every single person they encounter, all of the strange things that we've built into this strange new world that Fracture has to offer. Before we get too deeply stuck in, please meet all of our players, and let's have a word from our sponsors as well.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns Em or Emma, and I'm playing Astariel. He goes by Astor or Astel and uses any pronoun. Astel is a bit of a chaotic wizard. He's not very good at studying. He doesn't like it. He likes a lion. And we're going to see how well he copes with the events of Fracture.
Hi, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does, Wisdom Din. What about me? I'm 5 foot. Some people call me the tiny tiefling because of that. I like studying medicine. My mum's a medic. So I wasn't always a tiefling. There is a family curse on my head and a voice in the sword that I have with me at all times. But I'm going to go to school to learn how to get rid of that, so everything's going to be fine. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ed. I will be playing Vuk Kronogorak, who is a Loxodon cleric of nature, uses he, him pronouns, is the first of his tribe to come to Stonywing Hall to attempt to become the mightiest cleric that the world has ever seen. He is a mighty arrangement with a mighty mace and a skin of slate, worships Sylvanus and with violet eyes.
Hi, I'm Lola, pronouns they, them, and I am playing Atlas, wise young Vambo of the woods, the Greenwood Grove to be exact.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Cleo, who also uses she, her pronouns. Cleo is an Earth Genasi monk. She's rather shy and not particularly good at talking to people, and she's just left home for the first time, equipped with a giant warhammer and the blessing of her adoring family, obviously, to go off and see if she can have a few adventures.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM, you've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and exclamation point characters in Twitch chat below.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be roughly a 5 to 10 minute break somewhere towards the middle. We run shows on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Britain, and 2 a.m. Tuesday mornings in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays, we run TTRPG streams. These can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or even 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule. On Tuesdays, we have our ongoing campaign, Fracture. And on Fridays, we have our talk show, Talk Together, and Talking is a Free Action, which lasts for 1 hour.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. And while we aim to avoid misgendering, we do acknowledge that it might happen. We have a company policy in place for correction, but please feel free to let us know if you think one has been missed. We play safe games at safe tables. !safety in chat will show you what we do, the TTRPG safety toolkit, as well as content warnings if you're looking to avoid certain topics. Grand. Right, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fracture. We look forward to sharing our story with you over the next however long it takes. So, why don't we dive straight in? It's the first day of school at the Stony Wing Academy. For those who are unaware, Stony Wing Academy is I was going to say finishing school. That's got a very distinct overtone. College? It's sort of like end of it's the thing you go to after school.
That's college.
We're a sixth form.
In the UK, that's college or sixth form. In the US, I don't know because their schooling system is weird.
I went to school in Germany. It doesn't make any sense. But yes, you are in a school for higher learning. There we go. That's better.
Let's do that.
None of your lower learning.
None of your lower learning. None of that lower learning. My God. Anyway, you are at this school because it is a school for magic, not specifically wizarding, not specifically any type of specific magic study, more of a generalized study of magic, the universe, and everything, and how all of these things interrelate, correlate, and potentially get along. Stony Wing Academy was set up by
Stony Wing Hall.
Stony Wing Hall? I thought Stony Wing Hall was the building and the academy was the... Oh. Take two. Stony Wing Hall. Stony Wing Hall was set up by the Stony Wing family, an Aarakocra family, and the five of you will all be in the first year at Stony Wing Hall. You have been asked to come to the main hall of Stony Wing Hall. This is why I used Academy. Anyway, you've been asked to come to the main hall of Stony Wing Hall, where you will be met by the head teacher, Keek Stony Wing. Now, who would arrive first? Who would arrive on time? Who would be late? Who would be early? Who wants to go first?
Astel is late for sure.
Right.
Okay.
Cleo is early.
I think Vuk is going to be early.
All right, early birds, unless Islam or... No? Okay. Right.
Very clear dividing line, I think.
Cleo, Vuk, who would be there first?
I'm willing to say Cleo.
I think, anxiously early sounds about right.
Anxiously early, okay.
Yeah, Vuk's not going to be anxious, that's fine.
Cleo, how do you appear anxiously early?
I walk into a room. No, I think Cleo has spent a long time working out precisely how early is too early, but how early is not early enough, and worked really hard to find the appropriate, respectful, and keen but not overly keen moment to arrive and be waiting.
So I'm German, that means I arrive on time or early, and that is correct. What time is that?
20 minutes early.
Not bad.
Don't read anything into how I do time in that, please.
All right, 20 minutes early. What does 20 minutes early look like for you? Are you meandering in because there's no rush? Are you walking in with purpose and then waiting somewhere?
Meander.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just asking.
I think she will walk in her usual way of quick, quiet, head down, trying not to draw too much attention because that might bother someone out of their important day. And so neat, quick walk, and then find somewhere sensible to wait that isn't taking up a seat someone else might want, but also isn't standing in a way that might be inconvenient for someone else.
Grand.
Shame.
Describe Cleo.
Cleo is in appearance.
Yeah, what would people see? What would the camera see? Oh, as Sean has now decided, what do all the gazers that follow us all around see and then broadcast?
I thought you were going to say...
Gazers close in on.
What do all the gays see?
What do all the gays see? It's a really good question.
What is the case?
The same thing as anyone else, I think. Same eyes.
Well, now, Cleo is young, femme, genasi in appearance, which is mainly given away by the fact that from a distance it looks like there's just sort of a slight halo of light around her, which can't possibly be right because the school doesn't come with light effects. But then closer up you realise that her skin has a slight silvery metallic sheen. She has a semi-permanent blush, and that's more of a kind of bronze rose gold sort of colour, and her hair full Disney princess, long blonde hair, but has actual silver and actual gold woven into it, which, if you look carefully enough, is not ornamentation. It is growing out of her scalp.
Right.
That's awesome.
Oh no, you're going to be kidnapped to provide gold reserves.
For an entire country.
However, one might think that, and then one would be probably next notice the really, really incongruent giant warhammer strapped across her back.
Bring it.
Okay, we're not kidnapping you. Fair enough.
That's what we were thinking, but no.
I hate to ask it this early, but I'm going to. Are you saying that you sparkle like the vampires in Twilight?
No!
No, because I have class, Chris.
Exactly.
Okay.
More seriously, it is a metallic sheen rather than a...
Understood.
Diamondy twinkles?
Diamante.
I don't know, it's nonsense.
They're so bling.
There are gems around. She has gems on her attire, but the glowing comes from light shining on metal kind of vibe.
Cool.
And yet you don't try to draw attention to yourself.
No, she hasn't quite mastered the juxtaposition yet.
No, I understand. Young.
Yes.
There are seating spaces around the outside of this hall. It's not humongous, like maybe 60 feet square. There is a large double-winged staircase that heads upstairs, and there's also a doorway leading into the house proper. This is a manor house that has been converted into a school. So it's not like there's a huge amount of doorways, because this isn't Grange Hill. But in this space, there are quite a few benches, places to sit around the Great Hall. It's a place where a lot of people meet and socialise. And because you are 20 minutes early, there's a lot of people in here. The school doesn't have a huge number of students. We're talking somewhere between 50 and 100 total. And that's across a age range probably from your sort of age to about 2-3 years above it. So it's not humongous by any standards. And the people moving through seem to all know each other to a certain extent. There's a lot of casual hellos and waves and people chatting and little cliques you can see as well. You are very much on your own. A lot of the seating will be taken up by people who are socialising and sitting down together, so you're probably standing, probably somewhere near the middle of the room.
She won't be in the middle of the room. She'll have found a wall.
Okay.
And then probably backed into it, clonked the warhammer, and then adjusted and tried again.
Okay.
Bless her.
Vuk, you are also early, but not 20 minutes early, I take it.
No, I'd say less than 10, but probably more than 5.
7?
Wow.
7.5.
Not counting, but knows that it's about that time.
Okay. So, Cleo, you are stood there for some time, people watching. You get to see a lot of people who clearly, friends. It all seems very charming and convivial. There's no school uniform, so it's not like people all dressed in the same outfits. But you do see a wide variety of people from across Faerun. Stony Wing Hall is in Waterdeep, so it is in one of the major population centres, and you do see a wide variety of people moving around the space. Look, do you think you would stand out amongst a group of students? I'm just trying to get a sense, because I know what your character looks like, but I'm wondering if you think that would be...
I think that he would by his there's very much a he's enormous anyway. He's 6'6" and about 20 stone. Okay. I think would stride into any space and take up quite a lot of it. And also I think is even when standing up is a man spreader par excellence. Unfortunately, it's the thing if you're standing very wide apart and sort of.
Oh boy.
Of course, we're killing you straight away.
This is something to be improved upon.
Okay. So Bear Grylls walks in.
Basically, yes. just taking up a little bit too much space is the thing. It's not intentional, and it is just simply that's the thing. I think that Vuk would go into the center of the room, realize that this is where he had to be, and therefore sort of look around and then just stay where he was. There was no, they wouldn't mind if people were walking towards him or anything like that. Would just be there.
Okay. As Vuk strides in, pompously heads for the center of the room and then stands there with a kind of "yes, I belong here" look about himself. Yes. Please describe what he looks like.
We have a Loxodon cleric of the how do you say it? Worships Sylvanus and is sort of has. I don't know if plate mail can be understated, but it's sort of very. There's a lot of sort of.
I don't know if plate mail can be understated.
Well, exactly in the same way that Cleo is can't quite sort of hide themselves, although they'd like to. Vuk doesn't want to sort of make a huge song and dance, but is also a large enough being that it's difficult for them not to be noticed. They're not making a fuss, but at the same time they are quite an event.
Okay, so it's a large plate mail wearing Loxodon.
Yes, but green is the overall feeling, because that's the thing. It's not sort of shiny and metal. That's what I mean. It's not sort of bright, but it's obvious that this is a tank, for want of a better word.
Gotcha. Cleo, I think you would notice Vuk because he's made no effort to not be noticed. Look, I'm not sure if you would necessarily notice Cleo, although your perception's quite good. What's your passive perception?
Ooh, that's a very good point. Hang on. My passive perception is 13.
Yeah, for level 1 characters.
I'm impressed by that.
There are quite a few people moving around this space, and clearly they're not here for what you're here for because they're moving through, not sticking around. Yeah. You do note that in this sea of students moving and interacting and engaging, there is very clearly one person who is not moving or interacting or engaging, and she's leaning against a wall with a gigantic warhammer strapped to her back, which you can probably see despite her leaning against the wall on it. And she glows slightly.
I think that Vuk, until sort of stuff is supposed to start happening in 7.5 minutes or how much it is, I think he would just wait. He would just wait and be, try and be Zen-like, but all that means is he just is a bit stiff.
Yes, Zen, the art of stiffness. Good.
Easy if you're British.
I'm a martial artist at it, I must say.
It's true, you are very.
I can do
very
the
tall.
stiff upper lip.
Exactly. Like you wouldn't believe. I'm doing it right now, but only because it's frozen solid. Anyway.
Aslam and Atelis?
Yeah.
Atelis.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Aslam and Atelis, when do you arrive? Are you on time, early, late as Astel, who is clearly going to be extremely late?
Astel has the vibe of someone who got out of bed 5 minutes later than they intended to, and then the shower took 5 minutes longer than they intended to, and then they hadn't packed their bags, and that took, So we're talking 15 minutes.
Oh my god. I hate them so much already.
Why? Because does it remind you of you? Because it definitely reminds me of me.
Oh, it deeply reminds me of me as well. But I don't have to deal with me that often.
Reminds me of Emma.
I remind myself of Cleo.
Better than you used to be, but it was a nightmare.
I have Cleo's anxious earliness. I'm there 20 minutes early for anything I have to do.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Myself and my family are on African time always.
All right. Lola's family and my marriage aside. When do Aslam and Atelis arrive? Do you have do you arrive together? Because you travelled in together to be at school together.
They be at school together. Yeah, sure. That. Yeah.
They follow me.
Yes.
I'd probably get there about 5 minutes early with fantasy coffee.
There's no need for fantasy coffee. I will allow this universe where coffee exists.
It transforms into normal coffee.
Easy enough. Yeah.
I don't think takeout cups would exist, though. I think it's probably some kind of travel mug that you carry.
Oh, always need a travel mug. You never know when it's useful. I'm trying to think of a fancy pun for Starbucks, but
no, it's just a ceramic mug that you carry around. This is not.
But why have I written
Just a ceramic mug.
It's just
Like a jug that you
best dad. But I borrowed.
Please
from
describe your character and move on with the goddamn plot. All right, come on.
No, I want to talk for 5 more minutes on the mug. So yeah,
This mug is not
encapsulates
haunted.
everything.
Promise.
the mug's not haunted. No, Uslam Din. He's 5'2", which I said is short, and then got yelled at. But he's a small tiefling.
It is short.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this again. Not the wrath of Emma again.
So the traditional tiefling, red skin, fiery eyes, black horns. He also has bat wings sticking out. Yeah, so he can fly and does ever so slightly still. If you've got really high perception, you'll notice, like, with his sharp teeth, there's cuts around his mouth. He seems to have bitten his face a few times. Yeah, he's getting used to this. Also, he's wearing half plate, which doesn't really fit him. Looks like it was built for someone much bulkier. Yes. Also, hanging from his side is a long sword. Just a sword.
Just your average sword.
Yep, nothing.
Nothing untoward here.
As he knocks it, he kind of looks nervous and takes his hand away. He's like, yeah. Don't really want to sit at the front, but if there is space near the back, I'll go there. Yeah.
It's a hall, so there's not really like rows of seating or anything.
Well,
As you're now 5 minutes ahead of the bell ringing, most people in the hall are now moving through it at quite some pace. These are the people going, I should get to class now. So if you, Aslam, move in with a certain amount of trepidation and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be, you would stand out like a sore thumb. You pretty much do anyway because of, well, as described. But as you step in, Etelis, are you next to, behind, sneaking miles away and just peering? Like, what's the vibe?
No, I'm definitely. I'm probably beside you, kind of going, "Why are we here?"
for learning and studies. And
Yeah, but I can do that outside.
yeah, looks askance. Also, interesting items, shiny things, nice things.
Okay. Remains to be seen.
I quietly fist pump. Like, yes.
So, Etelis is like kind of a very walnutty skin tone, as in the tree.
Right.
Quite literally the tree, with kind of like copper highlights and like brown hair, short, cropped curly with green leafy twists
You
at
tell
the
us.
top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And sorry, I was saying it was green.
Yes.
Not questioning. And some very pointed ears that kind of sit out to the side, not necessarily up, but very kind of fey-like ears.
Mhm.
They're maybe about like 5'11", so pretty tall compared to this tiny tiefling. They're wearing kind of this layered cowl in lots of different like leathers, but it's kind of got leafy edges and like some the kind of ties on it. Those are actually like a very fine stripped wood, so it's been kind of peeled, so it's really nice and flexible, and that tends to be what's tying up all of their clothes.
Right. Okay.
They've also got like the odd wrap or two, and like generally lots of leaves and bits of bark around them, and they're holding they're holding this staff that is like all kind of slightly gnarled but is whole in one piece. Mm-hmm. And on their back they have a beautiful carved bow that is made out of lots of different types of wood. There's the walnut in there, the oak and mahogany, like lots of different types of wood. Mm-hmm. And they're barefoot because who needs shoes?
Yeah. John McClane.
There's a lot of glass in that building. So you might think that these two would also stand out like sore thumbs, Bizarrely less so. There are plenty of people with a what you might term druidic-like appearance, with not wearing a huge amount or not wearing shoes or in clothes largely made of skins that are wrapped together. Certainly, there are quite a few tieflings as well. And if anything, you two would probably feel less like you stood out, although you will see the very tall, imposing-looking Loxodon standing in the middle of the space in unobtrusive plate mail. As well as the shining person leaning on a wall, but mostly because they're not running around like everyone else is. Everyone else is in that kind of 5 minutes to class vibe of making their way through at quite some pace. Very few are sitting around or idling. I mean, there's a couple in the corner who definitely are, but they're going to be late. And they but these two don't have the reek of Cool Kid. Oh, wow. Oh, shame.
That's the nerve.
It hurts.
As the two of you walk in, you would notice these other two that appear to be in a similar boat to you of waiting in this space. You could engage with them.
One of them looks kind of shiny.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want
We
to...
both look, well...
Unobtrusive, Ed. You used the word.
That one looks like he wants to be shiny, but has failed.
Damn it all! All right, no fun.
I always feel like I'm pointing, and then I'm like, oh no, he's going to give me a hand goes down again. Oh dear. I mean, if you want to go talk to the shiny person, that's... I mean...
She doesn't look like she wants to talk to anybody.
Staring at shoes intensifies.
Oh no. I mean, we could...
Maybe that's the reason we go talk to her.
Well, because she doesn't want to talk to... Yes, I suppose. Yeah.
I wish people had been like this at my school.
Hello, we've befriended you.
Well, I don't know about him, but like, he's got nice hair.
It does. It's angelic.
Ed's a Loxo, then Ed doesn't.
No.
It's got like
Vookroyd doesn't have
the
hair.
classic three hairs.
There's a helmet.
There's a helmet. He's wearing a helmet.
Wait, no, we're talking to Cleo.
Oh, right.
Fine.
I couldn't work out if this was actually happening or just a thought experiment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have the conversation again without me interrupting. I'm sorry.
Doesn't have I mean, Ed currently has very fluffy, shiny hair right now.
Go on, in-game, my apologies.
I mean, yeah, okay, I suppose that's an opening to the conversation. Hello, you've got nice hair. I mean, if you want to try it. Slightly shoving them forwards. Like, come on.
All right. Hello. You have nice hair.
Yeah.
I mean, you're possibly also nice, but just that's like what I saw from the start. I'm Ethelus.
Island Din. Nice to meet you.
Cleo, thanks. I grew it myself.
No, I agree this as well.
It's very nice. I like your bow.
Thanks. It's so, like, my mother and my aunties, actually, they all donated, like, a little bit of their trees, and then I made it from them.
That's
Not from them, but, like, their trees.
That's wonderful. Your mother and auntie sound very nice.
Yeah, they're really dumb. See, I haven't been away from them, like, for very long. Like, this is the longest time, but, like, I don't know, we're here now. I still don't really know why, but...
It's got this vision of Ethelus and Cleo to each other, and this little head in between is going, yeah. Looking back at
That is my life, Chris.
Again, with the gazers of the camera, you just see like a thumbs up come from the bottom, like, yeah!
Oh, yeah, this is... Yeah.
Look, what looks to be your fellow people who are doing what you're doing are socializing.
Oh no. Okay. Rook is going to stride across and at a respectful distance. Say,
You're going to shout across the roof.
no.
Hello there.
I also enjoy your hair.
Distance. You're going to shout.
Well, no. This is what I mean. So it's the. he doesn't have much of an idea about personal space, but he knows that being a little bit further back, particularly because he is quite loud.
There's a certain Brian Blessed note that happens. Hello, good people. Are you also here for education?
I'm
Yes.
not, but
Yes,
Yes, we're
absolutely. It's very important to me and my family.
Likewise, I feel like I am in the same boat. Yes.
Look at these three. Ustam Din, nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is Vuk Kronogorak. Very good to meet you. Are you? Have you come far?
Yeah, a couple days walk through the woods.
Fascinating.
Gesture, gesture back. Yeah, we're here for studying and learning and to understand our powers.
Excellent. Very much likewise. Yes, good.
You have powers?
I am the first of my family to be put down to come to this august place.
Ursula just sort of like,
I don't know how I do this.
Congratulations.
Sorry, Ed, I was the first one to be put down as well. It was awkward for all involved.
Better than being sent down.
Yes. Very true.
Faithfully. Good, right. As the
This
four
is
of
all
you,
going excellently, or it's
We're best friends now.
as the four of you stand around awkwardly socializing, the hall will slowly clear. There'll be people sort of running to class about 2-3 minutes past the hour. What a surprise. But generally speaking, the hall is clearing. From the top of the stairs, a figure will walk down the stairs towards all of you. They are a bird. They are an Aarakocra. They look a little bit like a pigeon. Pigeon's the closest bird they have a resemblance to. That sort of white, almost so bluey purple that it goes into an almost like oil slick refraction around them.
Yeah.
Pigeon. Their wings appear to be, they don't have them tucked and they don't have them raised, more like a cape that flows behind them almost. You do note, I think you'd all notice that the wings appear to not be moving particularly, almost like this Aarakocra cannot fly. They're walking down the stairs towards all of you, talking to another teacher who appears to look like a centipede, like a humanoid centipede. It's weird.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Centipede.
Sorry?
Bringing back your centipede.
Bring about my centipede. They will get to the bottom of the stairs. Hey, if you could just look into all that for me, that'd be great. No problem. And the centipede will turn around and go back up the stairs. Almost like they came down the stairs and now they're going back up the stairs, like there was sort of a social implication with all of that, but they've done it now. And the Aarakocra will walk forward. They are also not tall. There we go. Similar height to Uslam.
Come on, say it. Dying to.
No, they're not that short. But they will move forward to the group and go, hello, are you the new students?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Oh, we're missing one. That's not good. That's not good at all.
I'm really sorry.
No, not
No,
you.
it's not your fault. It might be. Is it your fault?
It might be. I don't think so, but it could be accidentally.
It's unlikely to be your fault.
Okay, sorry.
What do they look like? We might have spotted them.
We'll point well like that. As Astel
Strides in with the sure confidence of someone who has no idea that they are behind.
Nice.
Great, just great. Do you want to describe what Astel looks like as Astel walks in confident and bold as brass amongst all of these very nervous ninnies?
Yes. Astel has red hair. It's pulled back into a bun. Slightly pointy ears. Wearing a sort of red jacket with a green one-shoulder cape and a green sort of skirt thing and leggings. And has a cat who has grey and dark grey, all grey stripes, and is incredibly fluffy and very large, based on a Norwegian forest cat, although this probably wouldn't exist here. And
Let's just say that they do. They're not Norwegian, they're reghead Forest cats. There we go.
Brickhead.
And
Forest cats, nice.
walks into the room whilst turned around going, "Thanks, Jeff. See you later."
The fuck is Jeff?
I don't know. And has like occasionally their eyes flash with light, but you could just have imagined it.
Ooh.
Well, there we go. That's all.
Morning.
Hello.
Oh, you've started already.
Not yet.
Well, we're about to, so this is perfect timing. Right. I'm Professor Stonywing, or Keek. You can call me Keek, most people do. And I'll be teaching your first lesson, which is like an introductory lesson to what we do here. Did you all come prepared like I asked? In the letter you received, you would have been asked to come ready for potentially some sort of outdoorsy orienteering experience, armoured, weaponed if you have them. Yes.
Atlas has their hand up.
Yes,
So-
Etalus, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have a letter.
Oh, don't worry. Aslam told us you were coming, and we just added you to the roster. It's totally fine.
Oh,
Okay.
fine. Okay.
So like I have to be like I actually have to be part of this now.
Well, the way we saw it is a couple of days for you to start settling in and seeing if it is for you or not, and then we'll work out the rest of it later. There's really no rush.
I brought my
Okay.
dagger.
Well, what did we need to prepare?
Perfect. Thank you, Astel.
Waves
Just
around.
be ready for it.
Care to who is nearby.
Oh, Astel, if you...
Small dagger.
All right. Etalus, it's more of a just be ready for the potentiality of some danger. These first lessons tend to be a little bit on the precarious side, but that's part of magic, you see. It's important that we're always prepared. Yes, Cleo, you had your hand raised.
I brought this, gesturing at the Warhammer, but
Very impressive.
I don't really know how to use it. It was more sort of a going away present.
Oh,
I'm going to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Okay.
and I can't really do anything else. So I put like waterproof shoes on, and I packed a compass. But
I'm sure you'll be fine, dear. Nothing to worry about.
okay,
As long as you're prepared in the way that you feel most prepared, you're prepared in my eyes.
I have to feel prepared.
Yes.
Oh no.
Let me be prepared for the both of us then. How about that?
Okay.
Right, good. Takes a look at Vuk and just like, we'll try and give you a curt nod. We'll try and give you the kind of, yep, you're ready, you're sorted.
Yep.
Reads you like a book. Good.
Yeah.
Right then, well, I'm going to take you on a little journey. Now, this journey, I assure you, is perfectly safe and is designed to give you an opportunity to see all the worlds you might be able to explore with your gifts and abilities as you learn to harness and use them.
Insight check, please.
Go for it.
Nice. Yeah.
Is it perfectly safe? I'm not sure.
Oh, I see.
That's what you're inciting. Okay.
That was a 19, so 25.
Wow.
And we're off.
That'll do.
Yeah, Rebecca. Look, this is just what happens.
You hired me and you knew this would happen.
You make your dice cups of tea. This is why it happens. It's just other people have dice jails. You have dice tea sets. They're confident. They've clearly done this many, many times. You do get a sense that they have a slightly impish sense of risk. This is someone who would happily do something slightly risky for the fun, the enjoyment, the learning, the engagement. I'll give you that for 25. Yes.
When you say perfectly safe, do you have statistics, anecdotes, data?
Well, I've done it many times before. I do it at the beginning of every new year with all the new students, and so far nobody's died.
Surely trust in your teacher.
Yes, you're right. All authority is to be respected. I am sorry.
No, it's fine. You should always question authority. I agree with that personally. So...
Just watching Cleo working through that.
That's fun. We should go. Although he didn't say if he's prepared or not.
Oh, I'm prepared. Yes. No, I brought my. Looks down at my hooves. I don't have weather shoes, but I've brought. I've got like a little satchel. Yeah, I'm prepared. Yes.
Great. Well, I'd like to invite you to join me in a quick trip around the multiverse. How does that sound?
Really?
Indeed. Let's start properly. This is, after all, a lesson. Does anyone know what the multiverse is? While they're asking you this, they will move, and they have a slightly hobbling gait. They will move towards the center of the room and start just casting a spell quietly, and a plinth will rise out of the center of the room while they're having this conversation with you.
Theo is spectacularly well educated. I'm assuming she might have heard of it.
Roll me an intelligence check if you personally don't want to answer the question.
Yeah, roleplay is more fun. That is a 14 plus 2, 16.
I'll do.
You are aware of the concept of a multiverse. You don't know a huge amount about it. You know that the material plane, which is what you live on, is part of the multiverse. But with a 16, that's all you know.
Oh, okay.
Then she won't say anything, because if she can't be certain she's giving the right answer, then she won't answer.
Yes, I think there's going to be sort of a very... Well, no, actually, it's going to have to be...
Did you speak your mind, folk?
Sorry, it's sort of everything, isn't it? The what we can see and what we can't see, and all the different realms.
There's other worlds than ours. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Perceptive answers both. Anything anyone would like to add?
There's the Feywild. That's
yes.
plain. There's various hells.
Yes.
Different heavens as well. So yes, all sorts of different planes. Yeah.
That's really good.
Thank you.
As they step around the central plinth, they will take a crystal ball out of presumably a pocket, big row, and they will place it on the plinth in the center of the room. And as they do,
that is the point that Ethelis starts paying attention.
Nice. Suddenly the ears prick up. Very nice.
And as they do, the floor will slide aside, and a wooden platform will start rising up around the center of this space. Now, if you'd all join me on the platform, please.
Wait, are we about to be part of a... Wow, all right. Fine.
2 feet first.
Okay. Stepping in.
Technically there's 6 feet here.
Sorry, yes.
What did you say?
Technically there's 6 feet here, but you know. I didn't have to bring the cat. Are you fine with the cat?
Well, no, bring the cat, sure. You're always welcome to bring your friends. As you all step on, the platform is wide enough. It's about 20 feet in radius. No, 20 feet? Yes, 20 feet radius, so 40-foot diameter. So it's quite big. Like, a good 15 people could travel on this relatively easily without taking up too much space. You've got quite a lot of room. Right, now this is an invention of one of my ancestors. And together we can use it to have a quick hop skip around the multiverse and take a look-see. It does protect you. It is safe. However, if anything happens, I need you to make sure that the crystal ball, points at it, stays in the plinth. And if anything goes wrong, do make sure to get as close as you can to the crystal ball. It's really the important part of this, all right? Everyone okay with the rules so far? And don't put your hands outside the wooden arc, or they might get chopped off.
This does not sound... Okay.
I'm picking up on Ethelis giving stink eye. Don't touch the crystal ball.
I'm just making sure that it stays safe on this plinth.
Nod, but then like slightly squint. Like,
yeah, hang on. Exactly.
All right. If you all step onto the wooden platform.
Yep.
Right, lovely. Well, hold on tight. And they will put their hands...
Sorry.
There's no balustrade.
Exactly.
They'll put their hand on the ball and start casting a spell. It takes them a bit of time. Like, they're casting for a minute. Does anyone do anything in that minute?
I think I'm just kind of like looking around the crystal ball.
Sure. The plinth that it's on is some kind of metal. It looks like it was forged and crafted to be exactly this shape and size. You don't really understand what you're looking at.
I mean, yeah, it's metal.
Yeah, it's metal. Yeah. Where it goes into this platform, the platform is made of wood, but it has rivets and clearly has either a metal base or a metal structure that the wood is riveted to, probably for comfort more than anything else. But there are no seats, which is probably an oversight. But yes, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Astel. I don't know any of your names yet, which seems like a travesty, honestly. Especially you, short man.
Let's get him earlier.
Again, the small flash of it, and then Ostam Din, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I could say my name again if you want. Do you want me to say it again so it solidifies in your mind?
Sure, if you want to say it 3 times in a row.
Astel.
Oi, oi, oi.
I think that made it worse.
What's the name of your friend?
Oh, Samuth. He is very friendly. If you pet him, though, he will love you forever and then will want to sit on you forever. So, make your choice.
Petted the cat.
Yeah, the cat looks up adoringly at all of you like, who's going to be first?
Cleo's hand just appears like, okay.
Vuk is
Monk, I will get there.
amazing.
The cat will do that arcing back and just stick its bum in the air. Having a lovely time.
Vuk is going to, because concentrating on trying to be safe, he's going to take a knee, but the problem is being a larger chap, particularly in plate mail, that taking the knee involves quite a lot of and then just as the knee hits the ground, there's a sort of metal on metal, whilst they sort of shift themselves. Sorry, hello, my name is Vuk Krogorak. I'm just I'm not sure about this.
Sure.
Cleo, I like Samuth. He's lovely.
He is a good cat.
Samuth is now purring uncontrollably. That noise, yeah.
Loop that.
I'm a dog person, not a cat person. I will take your word for it.
Attalus is still looking around the portal and what Keith is doing, and just like Attalus, puts a hand up in the air and waves it without.
We'll high five you.
Nice.
Involuntary high five. Yes, please. Great.
Okay.
I think that's about a minute, don't we?
Probably. Taking Vuk a minute to kneel down.
I'm not surprised.
Cat stroking.
Yes.
As you're all doing this, Keith will finish casting their spell, and there will be a flash of bluish-green light that just comes across all of you and around this space, and you can see it forming like a dome around the outside of the space that, as you look, forms an arc curve back into the center and then down into the crystal wall. Right.
Can I try to touch it?
Sure, go for it. You get a sort of staticky sort of... It doesn't do any damage.
The hair's slightly on it.
It's a little bit like... Ooh. I'd say keep your hands inside, didn't I? Good thing you weren't doing it while I cast it. It's all right, we can reattach hands. Good. All right, well, so let's go somewhere that we know first. Where would you like to go? Somewhere that you know, anyone?
The Temple of Lathander?
The Temple of Lathander. Sure, no problem. That's in Waterdeep, isn't it?
Well, there's more than one.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to a different... Do you mean...
Yeah, let's go to a different one and see if they're just as irritating.
I can do that. I was thinking more like a location that someone knows, like a plane someone is aware of or has even travelled to.
We could go to the Feywilds.
Have you been to the Feywild?
I mean, kinda.
All right. Random Temple of Lathander in the Feywild. I'm sure that's achievable, aren't you? And
this is amazing.
Kind of go to a plane.
Well, it's more like in my grove, there are kind of it's hard to explain. There are soft places,
absolutely.
Where
I love it.
You can kind of just cross.
Absolutely.
It's a thing, yeah.
It is absolutely part of the Feywild, and why don't we see it for ourselves, eh? And They will place their hands on the sphere, start again chanting, and the world around the sphere and the platform outside of it starts to grow hazy and shift and move quite quickly. You all get a sort of sense of like your stomach moving, like you're on a roller coaster, that sense of being tugged and pulled in very strange ways. And then
I cannot deal with this at all. I think having never done anything like this, Vuk has suddenly discovered he has very serious motion sickness issues.
All right, Ed, roll me a con save.
No, I just thought about it because I don't think they would ever have sort of tried to move that fast. And then
Does
also
anyone have prestidigitation?
that's actually really quite likely to happen. I just rolled a natural 1.
Oh! Why is it in Chris's campaigns everyone gets so gunky?
Can I grab the cat and get out of the...
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to projectile vomit on anybody. Everyone calm down.
We don't know that.
Look, you definitely feel unwell. You feel queasy. Just that to a point where opening your mouth probably seems like a bad idea. It's up to you how you want to roleplay this, but
but it's the loxodon bit that's the problem. I feel like the trunk is starting to wave around in a way that's just trying to sort of
like vomiting out of your nose. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's so grim.
It's so grim.
Out it would take forever, and it would just feel it travel all the way down.
Now everyone on the panel is feeling sick.
Sorry, this was. This is a character choice that
you feel ill, but nothing happens. Good, right?
Fine.
There is a faint sort of like sound of like something very fast slowing down very quickly. There's a jerk that you will all feel, and then you realise that this platform is floating through the sky. The sky around you has a pinky purpley quality. There is forest, brook, glade passing beneath you. There's a warmth to the air that you may not have experienced before. Hey presto, the Feywild. Etalus, you've been here before. Why don't you tell your friends a bit about the Feywild?
I mean, I've been here, but that's just because it's like near home. You know, I haven't really been that far, like, around it. But, like, I mean, there are loads of different kind of Fae here. And
there are, that's right.
Like, I don't know.
Do you mind if I lie down? I'm just gonna, and they will turn and then just lie on them. Let it lie on his
pretty,
back.
like.
Keek will walk over past Vuk and just lean down, cast a spell. Vuk, you instantly feel better, and will does this without thinking, like almost. I expected this. Like I prepped this. Knew it was going to happen. There's always one.
Yeah. Do you need a travel suite?
What?
I need a travel suite.
Yes. No, wait. Definitely.
I started handing out like sugar barley sweets.
Oh, your sugar barley sweets, very nice. Everyone who wants one can have a sugar barley sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, is Keek now offering his sweets to everybody?
Aslam, how many sugar barley sweets do you have?
A dozen.
That's a very teacher's question.
A dozen, and you've given out 4 of them.
Cleo doesn't take one.
Oh.
Yes, I also offered to Keek if Keek wants a barley sweet.
Oh, no, you're fine. Thank you.
You might have had more before this.
I thought.
Yeah.
I had a dozen when I left.
How many do you have once all is said and done?
Hey, shall I roll a d12?
Well, no, because you have to give at least 4 away, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Let's say I have 6.
Cool, you got 6 left. Fine by me. Make a note on your character sheet, it will be important later. Right. As you start handing out travel suites, Keek will step next to Vuk, give Vuk a quick lesser restoration, and will then turn to all of you and go, "Thank you very much, Etalus. That is all correct. There's nothing wrong in anything you said. But let's look at it from a more magical perspective, if you don't mind. So the Feywild is like the material plane where we're from, but it's also different. Time moves differently. The time it's taken us to move through the sky in the last, minute or so A year or a month or even a few seconds could have passed on the material plane. It's impossible to know. That's what quality that we like to call morphic. Planes, go ahead.
Like, as a quick... So, I get that, but, like, I wasn't planning to be away from home for this long.
Me too.
So, like, a year is a lot.
You could have warned that bit before we came here. And checked we wanted to come. Informed consent is very important.
Well, you
100%.
You're at the school for the next year.
But
maybe it's going to be like 2 years
this
now,
is
isn't
the
it?
whole year.
We get back and we have to graduate.
If there's a problem, we can always... there's different magics we can use to try and unwind things, so it's possible as well.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that happens? You don't have to spend a year waking up every morning and getting out of bed and...
You're not
I
wrong.
was looking forward to that.
I mean, you could just, like, let me down here, and I can, like...
I'm not interrupting the lesson, it's fine. Anyway, morphic qualities. Most planes of existence don't work the same way as our own. They have qualities that make them different. Usually that's things like passage of time, the way the sky looks, points up, the way that objects and trees work. A lot of the flora and fauna of the Feywild is in a certain way alive. And because of that, Fey creatures, much like Atlas, I'm sure you're fully aware, exist and will travel to our own plane to have fun of their own. Now, this is quite a famous other plane that's very close to our own. But what if we were to go somewhere completely different from our own? Should we go somewhere completely different next?
Sure.
All right.
Like hell?
Oh, no, that would be a bit dangerous for a trip with a bunch of first years. No.
You sure you don't want to let me down?
Would you like... if you're sure, I'm not going to force you if you don't want to. You could travel to a completely different plane of existence, though.
Please stay with us. I'd prefer it if no one left.
All right.
Uslim looks a little bit sad.
All right, but just for you. What was your name again?
Book.
I beg your pardon.
Let's get it in once.
Book VUK.
Do you think your parents thought about that when they named you?
Yes, it's a very old tradition. My father was called... Oh dear.
He was an old book, okay?
That's what he was called. All right.
Geek will again walk over to the orb, place their hands on it, and begin casting, and the landscape around you will start changing again as you travel once more through the plains. There is again a tug and a as you arrive. I will say that travel suites negate the need for con saves. Ed,
Don't swallow.
Well done.
You are flying over a rocky landscape. There are dragons flying through the sky that appear to be being ridden by what look like warriors and soldiers, and there's an army marching not far away from you beneath.
What the hell is this?
This is another material plane. This is Kryn.
Kryn has dragon riders. We should live in Kryn.
Yeah.
Kryn's also been in war for a very, very long time. It is not the
Exactly.
most pleasant of domains.
We should not live in Kryn.
Yeah.
No.
So why would you bring us here then?
Oh, no one will bother us, don't worry.
How do you
Can they
know?
see us?
Well, from the outside, we're invisible, so...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But to give you an idea of morphic qualities once more, Kryn is a material plane, like our own. But certain aspects of it are different. There's different gods here, different belief structures. They have their own Feywild that is actually not like ours, or it is loosely connected in a very long-winded way. You see, the multiverse and planes are not isolated boxes. We can just place one here, one there, one there. They spread expansively. There's thousands upon thousands of planes of existence, all interconnected. How does that make you feel? That's the Muram looking.
That's unquantifiably big.
Yes, it is.
Counting the stars, but more, they've got their own stuff. Wow, okay.
That's terrifying.
Astel, you've got your hand raised.
When do we learn how to put people to sleep?
Oh, that'll Practical magic will come a bit later. This is about
doing it.
Fuck you, Lola.
Astel laughs out loud.
Well, be that as it may. Well, Islam, look up.
Look up.
What do you see?
Well, okay, so that dragon just died.
It's not like full-out warfare all around you. Not even Keek is that nutty to go, middle of war!
Dragon spiraling down.
You see stars as much as you see stars in our own sky, don't you?
But they are different constellations, different formations.
Are they?
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Can I make like a perception check?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom, the DC's insane. You'll never get it, but you know.
Not with that attitude. You don't know how much I stare at the sky. I stare at the sky in an 11 amount.
Not quite 12D.
There's not much of a chance of you seeing it from here, but those stars are the same as ours, just from a different point of view.
A different point of view? Huh.
Wow. Let me show you. And again, they'll go back to the crystal ball, put their hands on it, and begin, and the world around you will start moving once more.
You can get so far away.
From what?
Just from where you started. It's exciting. Didn't you leave home wanting an adventure? This is...
Oh, no, I left home because my mum told me I couldn't stay in the temple and sleep all day anymore. So, here I am. You'll note I'm awake, so we're doing better than usual.
I'm the champion of my people. I wanted to come and learn something and then go back. Now you're telling me I can go away from them forever? I don't want to do that.
No, we're just having a look. And then you can see how big everything is, and then you go back and we'll be a better champion. Also, how are you already a champion? I'm not a champion.
I thought all of you would be champions.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty good at stuff, but I don't know that I need to be champion of anything.
I won the award for sleeping the longest at the temple, like 5 years in a row.
I'm not.
That's a champion.
Did you wake up during that time?
To be fair, I think they made the award specially for me, but still, you know.
Well done.
God bless those monks.
There was a ribbon ceremony to give the kids something. Oh, you're really good at sleeping.
Brilliant. The movement will once again stop. You're floating in what appears to be a pink and black streaked sky. Around you is nothing. It looks like you could fall for an endless amount of time, or go up for an endless amount of time, or any direction. It is nothingness.
This is interesting.
Why have you brought us here?
Because this is where everything is interconnected. It's called the Astral Sea.
Doesn't look like a sea.
It's a three-dimensional sea, if you want to look at it that way.
Bit odd.
Look around you. What do you see? What do you see?
Nothing.
Pink, mostly.
You can see stars in all directions.
Stars
in all directions.
Stars in all directions.
Oh my god. I know that I'm playing the teacher who's trying to excite all you fucking kids, but I feel in the pit of my stomach like I'm losing the will.
I tutored for 10 straight years. This is called catharsis.
Yeah, I'm very well aware.
I'm happy to be here. Stars.
Every star that you see, every direction that you look, that's another plane of existence.
No. No.
Every single one.
No.
I'm trying to stroke that. Like, Pat, it's okay.
When you said every direction, do you mean sort of the cardinal directions, or do you mean sort of every degree in a circle? How many planes? Because you could have an infinitesimal number of directions, and that would mean an infinite number of planes.
As far as we know, that's what it's like.
Oh, God. Starts rocking backwards and forwards. Oh, God.
Okay, keep breathing.
Yeah, how do you pick one? Because if you can slice the kind of circle into increasingly small, how could you decide that, you know, our Feywild is over there? How do you know? Because if you were like a millionth of a degree out, then you would hit the wrong one.
That would be fun though, like if you went somewhere you were totally not intending to.
It's amazing, but you've come home every single time. How do you do that?
Quite a lot of magic is based around guiding yourself through spaces like this, and about finding your way through them in ways where you can make sure that you return home, but it's not always possible. Some people do get lost.
Oh.
You say...
You've never lost anyone.
No.
Someone might pet Vuk.
I'm trying to rub his back.
I'm still on Samoth. Much more important.
Samoth has spent this entire journey just going, I can show you that was getting really excited about everything around them.
King of the world at the front.
Just sat there going, everything's amazing.
I love this.
So excited. So Samoth's really camp in my mind, Em, is that all right? This is the best journey.
He's going to jump in every bit of water he ever sees. So.
Yeah. Fair. As you're all looking around like this, what are everyone's passive perceptions?
Oh, terrible. 9. My investigation's great, though.
It's not what I asked for.
14.
11. 14. 11.
13.
15.
So 15?
Nice.
Ezilus, then I will give this to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I say there's nothing around, you think you spot something in the middle distance.
It's probably an astral dreadnought. We seem ready for those.
That's right. It's a CR22. It's a really short campaign, this long-running campaign we started doing.
So, like,
You see it?
was it? What's that?
What's what, dear? It's like shadows passing, because it's so far away and dark.
No,
It's like
but, like-
shadows passing in front of the stars.
Like, over there, like it's like a thing that's going in front of the stars. It's like dark.
What are you
and
talking
shadowy.
about?
Well, I'll be honest. I travelled to somewhere in the astral sea because I know where home is from here. But we can go take a look if you'd all like to. Would you all like to? Bit of exploring?
Why not? Like we're here.
Make it back to where we are now so we can still go home if we go. Oh, no, yeah, let's go look.
Oh, don't worry. Pat's the crystal ball. This is part of the device, and as long as this is fine, we're all fine. And it's basically indestructible.
All right.
They'll put their hand on the ball, and instead of like focus casting, it's more just like a sort of boop, one hand on the ball, and the whole apparatus you're on will just slowly start
Just gonna
moving.
lean down and mutter to Uslam, do you think they ever heard that story about the ship where everyone was like, it's indestructible, and then, you know, everyone died?
No, but no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's unsinkable. Oh no!
It's all right, Tom. Everyone's got binoculars.
No one's taken the key away. No one's forgotten where that was.
There isn't a string quartet, so we're good.
Yeah.
As the camera pans round, you're like, no, put it away.
Everyone puts their string instruments down. Oh. As you're it's not really a ship, as this platform that moves. You are
Imagining
on
it like a sort of flying saucer, actually.
a little bit, yeah. It's a combination of flying saucer and TARDIS, maybe, like central. Anyway, it moves.
Thing's a bit too cool.
Well, look, there's going to be a nice interactive map of it, so everyone can get excited about what it looks like.
It's going to be great.
As it moves forward, you can start to make out in front of you. There's what looks like just destroyed mess. None of you would have seen Spelljammers before, so would have no idea what you're looking at.
Wow.
It's fair to say that one of them would probably look like a ship, as in a boat, as in a thing that goes on the sea, but it's got weird-looking sails and sort of built into the undercarriage. This it's not meant to go on water; it's meant to go through the sky. So it's not designed to be seaworthy. However, this one has been quite sincerely damaged. It's clearly been burned in places, and there are like punched holes in it but not like we're talking like the size of a small moon. We're talking the size of a
like a car.
Like a car. That's a good, but like a circuit, like a spheroid car appears to have been like punched through it a few times.
Wow.
It's really, really tempting to shoot an arrow through it, but I'm not going to do that.
Are you saying that out loud?
Maybe.
Because the reaction from Vuk will be quite profound if you do that. If you say, I really want to shoot an arrow through that, that would be very funny.
Yeah, maybe I did. I'd probably. It was more of an offhand, out loud kind of thinking out loud kind of thing, not pitched to everybody.
Oh, okay. But Vuk then turns around. Now, listen here. Did you mean that?
Sorry.
Please, for all that is holy, do not fire anything into anything from here whilst we're here. I don't want to draw any attention to ourselves.
I mean, I wasn't actually going to do it.
As Vuk says that, Keek flying closer was go, hello?
No! Not again! Oh, God, what is wrong with you people?
Do you think this is a good idea? I mean, it looks like a car.
What?
A car.
Don't bleed.
A cart was pushed through that.
Oh, a cart.
Yes.
Pronounce those T's.
It looks like it's certainly been damaged. Astral Sea can be very dangerous.
Maybe we should go home.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
if
we're here. We might as well
exploring.
go look around.
what I
Can we
was
actually
thinking.
get off this thing?
I wouldn't if I were you. The shield is pretty protective, and we're still invisible.
So no shooting arrows through it.
No, we can do things out, but nothing can come in.
I really love sleeping, and I would like to be able to sleep in my own bed tonight.
Well, don't worry. I tell you what, let's have a quick look around, and then
absolutely already has an arrow duct now.
Before we start shooting arrows at it, should we try and see if there's any survivors first? What do we think?
But we can't.
Sure.
But they have diseases.
They have diseases.
Yes.
Well, what languages do we all speak?
Oh.
The Astral Sea is, because it's in between all of the other planes and there are so many of them, quite a few languages, especially not common. This looks like common, please. Might be quite useful in this situation. What do we all know?
Well, Mum taught me Celestial, and then Deep Speech, and also Giant.
I can speak Giant too, and Loxodon and Sylvan.
I can speak Sylvan as well. There are just a lot of people around, so I learned a lot of different things.
Good.
We could try some of those. Anything looks at Cleo and ask them anything for you?
I speak Primordial, and I learned a bit of Draconic.
These are very useful too. Fantastic.
Oh, I know Elvish and Halfling as well.
I also have Elvish and Dwarvish and Infernal.
Of course.
Why do you?
Yeah, no.
Tiefling. not Keek would not say that.
No, but yeah.
I did kind of had it.
Why don't we try asking people if they need help in our various languages? Go ahead.
I don't think you can ask that in Deep Speech. It's not really what it's for.
I don't speak Deep Speech myself, but if there's no word for do you need help, then is there an approximation like are you ready to be consumed or something like that?
Yeah, like are you ready to be eaten?
Probably not the right tone.
Would you like me to kill you right now?
Probably not the right tone.
Well, it
Just
depends
try
if they're in
hello.
agony.
There must be a
If
hello.
that's negative, would you like me to not kill you right now? And then that might...
I don't know. I don't speak Deep Speech.
It's a bit sort of big and boomy and like threatening.
Wait, could you do the big and boomy with a negative and then like a smile?
A Deep Speech smile. Maybe that's gonna get
Not.
Wow.
I was warned and reassured.
Please, if you'd like to, everybody, see if we can find some survivors first. And Geek will move the platform just around the wreck, and you can all start shouting in your various languages if you wish to.
There'll be some trumpeting.
Sure, yes.
In
I've been given permission to do it, and that's way more than I usually have.
Brilliant.
Yes.
I've definitely shouted out, and then sort of steps back, feeling quite foolish.
I still have my bow notched though, because I'm like, if
This
no
is
one
wise.
answers,
Prepared action.
Yeah, I've unholstered my warhammer from my back.
Holsters. On a hook.
Holster,
It's probably got
quills,
on a hook.
A hook.
Yeah. Something
Great.
large carried on the back. It can't really, especially if it's an axe or a hammer, can't really be holstered, but it can be hooked.
Okay.
And I will pry in a primordial, very bashfully, a sort of, my rock is your rock if you would so like.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Oh, that's really nice. I don't know what Sylvan would sound like. Is that Elvish? No, it's tree
Sylvan
speech.
is like Sylvan is more Fail than Elvish. Like Elvish is pompous as fuck, while Sylvan is more like, yeah, we're the people.
In my head, it sounds like forest noises.
Elven proletariat.
Flowing water and rustling leaves. And you've got
Okay, cool.
So you talk to Sylvan by going,
Yeah.
Tweet!
You know the bubbling you were doing the other day.
which one is it? Oh, this one.
Totally not that.
You know when they say they're supposed to have 8 marbles in your mouth? Well, this is 8 rocks.
Yeah, very
Got
good.
dwarfish.
As you all shout at the wreck. Sorry.
Are you alright?
There is no reply. There is no response. How many of you would have seen a dead body before?
Oh, a dead body, yes, but this will have freaked Vuk out. This is going to be difficult to say. Freaked Vuk out so much that that they would have that he would have just gone. That anything now would be sort of horrifying because this whole experience is
Like peaceful dead bodies at the temple.
Sure.
Very specific circumstances, dead bodies.
Understood. There is a body floating in the wreck. As you move around, you see that there's a body floating near the wreck that's just... It looks like it was burned to death. It's sort of quite crispy. But there is a dead body floating if any of you have seen dead bodies before, or if not. Keek doesn't seem to have seen it. Sorry, Atlas, what were you saying?
That looks like it was painful.
Oh no. What a shame.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay,
I think
first
might be
dead
too
body,
late.
20 minutes in.
I'm sorry about that, friends. What a shame. Well, it looks like we I could try and talk to that person, try and find out what happened.
Do you think maybe we should just go?
Wait, you can talk to the dead.
Yes, of course I can.
That's a thing.
It's a thing I can do. Maybe we'll learn it at some point.
One of the adventurers who came to the temple was telling me you have to chop off the heads and then you take the heads with you because then you can talk to the head and you don't need the rest of the body. Isn't that cool?
What? No.
Clever way of dealing with that problem.
Dear God.
I mean, it is easy to transport.
It sounds exactly like one of my cleric in a home game.
Yeah. It genuinely works. Like, if you want to speak with dead, but you don't want to carry the whole body, just shot there off, take it with you.
I know, the theory is excellent. Just Vuk has no truck with this at all.
Well, if you'd rather return home, which is perfectly fine, of course, then let's leave this mystery unsolved.
No, I want to know what happened.
Their family would probably want to know what happened. We should probably...
Well, I'm a big believer in democratic rights, so if there are 2 of us who are saying we should definitely go and get the body and talk to it, and there are a couple of us saying that we shouldn't, let's all have a raising of hands. Who would like to go and get the body and speak to it and find out what happened?
I mean, you can't see it because it suddenly disappears. But
No, I'm aware.
The arm is there.
And who would prefer to just head back, leave this mystery unsolved?
But podcast listeners.
It's currently 2 and 2 with Cleo being the only holdout.
It's not unsolved, is it? Something with massive fists killed them that also breathes fire.
Cleo, I noticed you didn't vote.
I don't get a vote.
Yes, you do.
What?
Why wouldn't you
Everyone
get
gets a vote, apart from me, obviously.
I don't. Oh. What everyone else wants to do is fine.
It's evenly split.
Then what you want to do is fine.
I'm leaving the choice to all of you because it's your first class and I want you to make your choice as a group.
Why can't we just go home then?
Interesting to find out what
It's the first time.
happened
We've got a lot of time for this later.
I could just vote again for you if you don't want to.
Yes, please.
Right, we're going home.
That's not fair.
You already voted to go. Never mind.
Irritatingly, Ed would quite like for this mystery to be solved, but unfortunately, the character.
Don't worry, it'll be solved.
Okay.
Feels like it feels like the consensus is, if not consensus, then certainly the group collective idea is to leave. So we shall.
Good.
And frankly, this is an important lesson, not only about working as a group, which you'll need to do, but also you shoot the body. What are you doing?
No.
Fuck it!
I don't care how you died.
No, I did not shoot the body.
You took the bow! You went like that! I assumed you were firing the bow.
Did. I shot an arrow through that big hole. Because I wanted to do that right from the start. I would not shoot the body.
Oh, great.
They're an arsehole.
But you're firing it into the. Okay.
Okay, you shoot an arrow out, which disappears into the hole in the side of the ship.
What are you doing?
Then flies out the hole on the other side of the ship.
Carries on down.
If we're going home, I just wanted to do what I said I wanted to do at the start. I know.
There's going to be some poor jerk who's just floating around the astral sea and just going to get hit by an arrow and killed, you know?
Exactly.
Actually, interesting conversation if we have the time.
What?
Well, we'll be leaving in a second. I just think it might be quite useful to share this. Many wars in the astral sea happen with lots and lots of cannonade being fired, and yet very rarely does someone get hit by a random stray cannonball. Probably a note of quite how big the astral sea is.
See, it was fine.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
And everyone's dead round here anyway.
It's a useful lesson on ethics and diplomacy that you can have a vote, but then if someone has weapons and doesn't care about the outcome of the vote, that's a useful lesson.
Wait,
let's look at
I am
promoting
fine
anarchy?
with the fact that we decided to go home. I just wanted to get a shot off before we left.
Exactly.
Chill out.
There's the collective decision, and then there's the individual with arms and force overriding that decision, and that's how the world works. And that's just. I'm saying it's a good lesson. This is a good lesson. We're learning about the multiverse, and we're also learning about interpersonal politics.
Oh boy.
Politics.
I don't understand why you're looking at me like that. Is this not the point of the demonstration?
Usually, you don't point things out about people that they might not like when they're right in front of you. You wait till they're not there.
Why?
Who's demonstrated anything?
I mean, you know what? It's better that it's out in the open.
If you say something that you don't like about someone when they're not there, that's just horrible. Why would Why would you not like what I said? It was that this was a good.
You all hear.
I'm confused.
You all hear a faint.
Okay.
Okay, and now this is happening.
Okay.
That sounds kind of like the villain from the Savoy Theatre in the Panto this year.
Oh.
Savoy Theatre.
What?
Did you say?
You've performed there.
You have.
Tim winking.
I was forgetting.
You hear.
I've
No,
done
I
so
think
many
you're just
roles.
in character.
I would.
You hear again.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess not everyone is dead.
Is this part of the demonstration? What do we do?
No, I think we should probably. That sounds pretty scary, and we should probably skedaddle.
Yeah.
Why not?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
As Keek walks over to the orb, a glowing ball of energy, looks a bit like a comet or a meteor, will appear around the back of the ship, like it was probably hiding there. It's about the size of the holes in the ship. And as it loops around towards you, you can see that on the front of it is a humanoid face that just comes flying towards you, and that's where we'll pick up after the break.
No, but
I just have this vision of, those, I can't remember those big bullets that have those, I don't
Super
remember
Mario.
what they're from.
Bullet bill.
Yeah,
Super Mario.
bills. It's not a bullet bill because they're copyrighted.
It's not a bullet bill.
It's just like, what?
Well, the problem is all I've got.
Them coming together.
All I've got at the moment in
guys
my head
break.
is the sun from Boobar.
And I'm thinking of Twinkle the Dream Being, as I often do.
I was thinking of Teletubby Son.
I'm thinking that I need a wee. I'll be back.
We haven't broken. It's anarchy. See you all in 5-10 minutes.
Bye.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an exclamation point characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com. And welcome back, everyone. So, there's a comet with a face that is giggling maniacally, flying towards you.
So fine.
So fine. So fine.
It's not fine.
Would everyone like to roll initiative, please?
Oh my. Right.
How are you surprised, Ed?
How are you surprised, Ed?
Oh my god, combat.
All right, it's just I've rolled a 4, so
Well
I'm really
done.
obviously my
Well
character
done,
is-
old man.
Good clericy start.
Please shout them out for the audience, because I'm getting them on the D&D Beyond encounter tracker.
15.
Thank you.
15.
That was very
15.
15.
Yes. Islam Stariel, who's got the highest dex mod.
Yeah, +3.
+2.
So Stariel goes first. Good. When does my comet go? More importantly, when does Keek go? Good.
Oh, yes. That would be helpful.
Yeah, the high-level teacher person that got us Well, technically, Etelus may have got us into this mess and is now fucking terrified
Astel
because
is-
there have never been consequences.
So excited to tell you that it was your fault.
Can I say, for the record, I know we're joking and we're all players and we all know each other very much. It's not Etelus's fault. If you don't want to play that, that's your call. But this thing was there anyway. Please don't blame Etelus for what this turned out.
No, but like the sequence of events
I know.
is absolutely like Etelus is just like, I just wanted to shoot an arrow through the stupid hole in the ship, and then it's like, oh fuck.
We need our goodwill hunting moment. Okay, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Cleo, you go first. There is a comet with a face that's laughing maniacally flying towards your platform. There is still a shield all around it. For the benefit of everyone, the shield functions like a tiny hut, in so much as you can fire out, you can do things to affect things outside of it, but things cannot get in.
You can't cast spells out of Tiny Hut, can you?
You can cast a spell out of this.
Great.
Okay. There's now a small hole.
No,
where arrows
there's
come
not.
through.
No, I wouldn't have done it if Keek hadn't said that we could send stuff out.
Exactly.
And it'd be fine.
Absolutely can. It's totally fine. Or is it? Cleo, it is your turn.
Right. I'm going to... they're not at all visibly wielding actual weapons.
No arms, just a face. Sorry.
So that makes that thing pointless. I'm going to... I am a melee fighter. I have no ranged weapons, and unless I want to yeet my family heirloom
Don't do that.
into the astral sea, I think I would like to hold an action.
Perfectly fine. What would you like to
On
hold?
the front line, we'll stay there.
I will very awkwardly unhook my warhammer and kind of push my way sort of in front of the really small people.
There's only one really small person, and it's Tom.
I'm a short king.
Yeah, Asta's not small, but doesn't
Nope.
look particularly well armed. They were waving a dagger around in a frankly alarming.
Very alarming. You were alarmed.
Still happening now.
So I might gently try and.
A reminder that you are all level 1 and thus are very, very frail.
Squidgy!
Dodging is a perfectly viable thing to do in combat at level 1. I'm just saying.
So, because I'm a monk, I can dodge as a bonus.
Do you have that yet?
I don't know. I haven't played a level 1 character in about 5 years.
Do you have the ability known otherwise as...
No, I don't. I can't yet. I'm going to then move to try and unhook and try and look prepared. And this is clearly part of the test, and it's fine. And then I'm going to take dodge as my action.
Great.
There we go. What a turn.
What?
You were at level 1. Do not do this to yourself.
I mean, you did this to us. That's the point.
Why this harshness?
I've made this world for you, and this is how you repay me.
That's how I feel every day, Tom. Good. Right. Asta, it is your turn.
Are we trying to scare it away, or like invite it closer, or what's the vibe?
Get rid of it! Surely.
Well, it made short work of that. It shouldn't have any effect on this device, but better safe than sorry. Probably, well, as they say, discretion is the better part of valor, so I'll be trying to get us out of here as soon as possible.
Right, but do you want us to, like, try and scare it away, or just leave it be and hope it leaves?
Well, these things, when I've encountered them before, scaring them away is possible, but they're very fast, and if you do manage to hurt it, then it makes a big explosion. So probably best if we just try and leave as soon as possible, or maybe you prepare for the worst.
Right.
Prepare for...
If I hurt it now, though, it would explode very far away.
You'd have to do quite a lot to it, and it's quite a long way away. It's up to you.
Sounds like a challenge.
No, this isn't a challenge. It's not meant to be. I promise it's not.
Astel is going to hold up his hand, and a version of his hand is going to fly out to the thing. It's 120 feet away.
Yes, it is 120 feet away.
I can reach that.
You can just smack this thing.
Maybe. I rolled a 16 to hit.
What are you?
No, I can't.
Hang on, what are you?
Chill
what
touch.
Are you doing? Chill touch. Sorry, like, what are you doing? Is it a mage hand? What is this?
So I was thinking like a backhander from the...
Like a leg slap.
Yeah.
16 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. Then it just goes wide. Whoops.
What? What did you just do? Oh, God.
Uslam.
My hands sort of slowly reach down and I just hold on to the hilt of the sword and I'm like, okay.
Hello, darling.
Oh, no.
Hi.
Do you need something from me?
Oh no.
Hi. Yes. There's a giant face coming, and
Giant face, you say?
Yeah, we're in the astral sea. I don't know if you can see that.
I thought you'd gone a little astray.
Sorry. I might need to fight it off. So yes, a little bit of help would be appreciated.
I'm right here if you need me, darling.
Thank you. Just sadly with the hand, reach up and Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, give it that sweet Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Absolutely.
Nice.
What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
As my hand has sort of touched it, there's been like a faint green, sort of flamey. So it's like green fire just bursting out of my hand.
Nice.
It's a green flame, you could say.
It is a green flame.
Green flame.
4 points of damage.
A whole 4 points.
Level
It is a
one.
it's a
Yeah.
I know, I
cantrip.
understand. It's just so sweet.
I'm not going to throw my sword in.
Goes flying off and then, sort of in the distance, burns a little like on the face, which goes, oh.
Why are we trying to aggravate it? I don't understand.
Sorry.
We're not trying to aggravate it, we're trying to scare it away.
That's not going to work. Oh, okay.
The murder comet, for that is what it is called,
Murder comet.
can fly 120 feet in a round.
Good.
But why would it fly in a straight line directly towards you? It is a comet, after all. What it's going to do is loop over and then spit a smaller comet at you while it loops behind some of the debris. Is it trying to hit someone? No, it's just trying to hit the object itself.
Can it see us when visible?
Seems to be.
Oh no.
Major defense system negated.
As I slowly put my hand down, I'm like, oh dear.
A sort of fiery meteor that looks like it was spat out of the mouth of this thing bounces off the shield that was impacting it. And the goes flying behind the wreck of the ship, and none of you can see it.
Oh dear.
Geek will step forward to the platform, and we'll go up to the crystal ball and go, right, let's get us back home, shall we? And we'll reach their hands out and touch the crystal ball and start casting a spell.
Is this going to take a minute?
It doesn't happen immediately. Etulus.
Can you cast it any faster?
No, the one to move us around is a bit faster, but the one to go back is targeted and therefore takes a bit more time. But don't worry, we're perfectly protected.
You concentrate on that. Don't you focus.
All right, I shall.
But can we just move away from here?
I mean, I suppose I can move it, but it's much faster than we are.
Okay. Do it then.
Etulus, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
You can't see it.
No, I know. It was like, well, fuck. Consequence. Oh, yeah, it's just gonna awkwardly fret with bow kind of by side, but knocked.
You're holding
An
it.
arrow
So
already
you're holding a shot, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. Vuk.
So, I think he's going to. There is nothing that he can do which is going to be of any practical value, except, I suppose, go over and give guidance to Isolus on the basis that that might help because they are ready to do. They're ready to do something.
What does your guidance look like? Is it condescending?
Well, that's the thing. It's putting a hand out and sort of not quite on them, but laying it over the sort of shoulder area and it's going spoon.
What?
Spoon.
Spoon. It's a word for like the stuff that you get like spray that what's it called, foam, sea foam that stays. It's called spoon.
But
Okay.
why though?
Nice word. I thought they would suit.
It's
Will that
lovely.
not comfort everyone? Spoon.
Yeah.
The little mermaid turns
Spoon
into.
is my word for
I think-
guidance.
Ethel has kind of snapped out a little bit of their like anxiety, and it's like, what?
Perfect.
Wisdom's like,
I'm attempting to aid you.
Sure. Okay.
From the other side of the wreck, you will hear, "Who's wandered into my little corner of the astral sea? I can see you."
Oh, we mean no harm.
If you say so, magically cloaked thing.
Honestly, I was not planning to be here. It's just this whole
Not even supposed to be here today.
school trip thing or whatever.
There's more than one of you, and you're on some kind of school trip.
Was I not supposed to say anything?
If we stay quiet, they might not be able to find out exactly where we are and hit us.
Oh, but I can hear you.
We should stay quiet.
Cleo, it is your turn. You want to do anything?
I'm going to very quietly dodge again. they're having a nice chat and haven't hit us. I don't want to. Yeah, I think if we just shush, then we can go home and everything's fine.
Astariel.
We can't see them.
You can't see them?
I'm considering just sitting down.
It's up to you what you do.
I know.
An underutilized action indeed.
You can drop to prone. Dropping to prone is quite a good way of dealing with ranged weapons.
Prone.
Lie on your back.
I may dodge by crouching down.
That's perfectly fine. You're welcome to. Aslam?
Also very slowly crouching down. Look at Cleo and just like, shh, okay, yeah. Dodge.
The strange voice starts casting a spell. Keek from the back just goes, "Ah, that might be more of a problem. You see, murder comets come in two varieties. The first is just a mindless..."
Did you say murder comet?
Yes. The first is mindless. The second, the wizard who makes it joins with it and becomes a flying comet with spells.
I feel like you should have led with that.
It's just very rare.
This isn't keeping quiet!
Cleo says very loud.
There is a strange magical pop as a spell is cast, and you will look around you where the main pedestal was creating this sphere of energy around. It's gone.
Wait, the crystal ball is gone.
No, the crystal ball is still there, but the magic it was casting to shield you all, that's gone now.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
This is a problem.
Okay.
Is the astral sea neutral territory?
Neutral in which conflict, dear?
The one where the murder comet's laughing in a murdery sort of way.
You're welcome to hurt it or even destroy it. I'm going to keep trying to get us out of here as fast as I can, if that's all right with you.
I more meant if we could do some diplomacy about they shouldn't hurt us because we're in neutral... No, okay.
Well, the wizards who tend to become murder comets, it's in the name, really. I don't think they're particularly open to negotiation, but it's a possibility if that's what you're
Just
interested in.
cast the damn fracking.
I am! I'm doing it right now! Etelis, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
As much as he's ready to be home now, this is way more than he was expecting. We'll be like, oh yeah, no. But seeing the rest of you kind of drop into crouches is like, yeah, that's a good idea. Get steady, and has brought the bow up, but is still looking incredibly fucking nervous. And it's like,
Are you still holding the shot?
Yes, yeah, because I like the bow is a natural thing that is an extension of myself, and I know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with the rest of this fucking everything.
Nice.
Look.
I think it is time for a most wonderful throwback. I will get out my large, trusty mace and cast Shillelagh on it.
Ah, very nice. So your mace is a club.
Yes.
So if you can cast Shillelagh on it, therefore it works like a Shillelagh. Lovely. Very good. That's a bonus action, I believe.
It is.
What is your action?
Dodge.
So you're also going to crouch down with the others?
Well, I think so. I'm not sure his knees are that good, but nevertheless.
You just slowly scrape your way down to everyone.
I can't see the thing in question, can I?
So no, it's
there's no point in even. But just, and also there's nothing else. I mean, there's the wreckage of the ship, right? But there's nothing.
Well, the wreckage of the ship is very spooky. There's also a dead body.
Can my action be to, investigate as far as I can what I can see of the dead body?
Sure.
Yeah, hang on, where's the thing gone?
It's quite a long way away, so you'll be doing this...
At disadvantage, I imagine.
I can do disadvantage, or I can raise the DC.
Well, now, the other thing is, I do technically get advantage on anything that involves smell. So if
because you're an elephant person, then in which case, what I will say is make it a flat investigation roll, and I won't raise the DC.
Okay, cool. I won't get the advantage.
But you're going to get a trunk full of burnt person smell.
This is possible, but I feel like I could learn something from that.
Smells 15. Like bacon.
It smells like raspberries, so...
Yeah. The burned body, because it's a range 15, you get smell. It's all about the smell. You smell herbs and unguents and spices and things that you would associate with a wizard.
Oh.
Cleo.
How far away is it from us again? Sorry.
The body?
Yeah.
That's 60 feet.
Interesting. I wish to turn... There is... I think the body up there might be a spellcaster, possibly quite powerful.
Who then turned into a
But
comet?
it's dead.
Well, I understand, but there might still be useful things on it that haven't been burnt.
Oh,
I'm not touching the dead body.
Well, it's not really even a body now. It's just a sort of biscuit.
You're not making this any better.
It's just some sort of biscuit. My God.
Do you eat dead bodies?
No, I meant a charcoal biscuit like you used to. Anyway, we could just see what else is there.
Professor, is this the spell done yet?
No.
Why not?
Still working on it, dear.
Faster!
I'm going as fast as I can.
I'll try a lasso. Okay, I think I've got some rope.
Amazing. I love it. You technically use your action to roll an investigation check, so you can ask someone else to do some lassoing.
Yes, just try and lasso it.
Okay, Vuk is holding a lasso. Cleo, it is your turn.
I will take the lasso and see if I can hook it round the biscuit person.
Honestly, I thought you were just going to be like, gonna take the whole thing and chuck it off the side.
Thank you for not doing that.
You didn't say I was holding on to the other end.
Roll me a ranged weapon attack. It's a monk weapon for you because rope, I'd allow that.
So dex ranged. Cool.
Yeah, dex ranged as per usual.
Natural 20 for 27.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Describe to me how you'd like to hook this thing that is 60 feet away from you with just the deftness
It's not deafness born of confidence and precision. It is absolute bafflement. Why are we doing anything except leaving?
And it just neatly floats over, because it floats in a straight line, because it doesn't have gravity, but sort of does, but boring conversation. So it floats up and then just sort of like floats over the hood, and then like a magic thing just like hooks over and then tightens itself. Like little fairies are going, just making sure that it's sorted.
Are we really bringing that closer to us?
Yes! Did you not see that throw? That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Oh, you made it very good, Lissu. Am I pulling it?
No.
Yes.
We're a democracy. That's
Vote for yes. Get the body.
Start pulling the body in. That's fine. The body will sort of gently scud through the sky and then sort of hit the deck of your thing. And as it hits the deck of your thing, gravity will kick in because flat surface, and bunk, it will land slightly with a faint sort of like charcoaly brick, like sort of crunch.
Right.
Astrid, it is your turn.
Well, I'm not touching that. I mean, there's not a lot to do. Like, we're just really waiting for it to come and kill us. So I think I'll just
I'll
just wait.
Do you want to hold an action or dodge? Both of those are fine things to do in this scenario.
Combat roll.
Offside.
I think I will just back away from this horrible burnt body that everyone seems insistent on having on
Now
board.
that it's close up, it looks awful.
Oh. Shame.
I might just go and stand next to the Aarakocra.
Geek.
Thank you. Who and just like kind of like hover.
Oh, that's...
Are you holding an action, dodging, or are you just hovering?
Do I have to tell you what I'm holding if I hold something?
Yes, you do.
I think I'm going to hold the action to put the ball back if something happens to it.
Great, cool. Yeah, nice idea.
Plan.
Right, Uslam. A dead body at your feet. You are 18 years old, 17 years old? You are
17.
young. You are young. And there is a corpse right there. You've seen corpses before.
Yeah.
What's the last one you saw?
I mean, this one.
Yeah.
Before that.
That's right.
The penultimate.
A couple of months ago, because my mother's a healer back in the town.
Oh, thank God.
So it was my mother. No.
Yeah, well,
and again, it was an old man who died in his sleep, and that was... I've seen people burnt, but not this bad.
Crispy.
I've seen people like accidentally setting themselves. This is
your mind will do that thing that brains do, where it unbidden and you don't want to do it, does it anyway. It goes, remember all those other dead bodies? It starts showing you all the pictures.
Yeah.
Remember all the other burned bodies we've seen? Thanks,
Great.
brain.
Yeah.
It's like, I bet that hurts. And then a voice in the back of my head was like, fire doesn't hurt you now. And I'm like, shush, no, back.
Your sword doesn't talk unless you touch the handle of your sword.
No, that's not the sword. That's bit of me sort of going, fire.
It's worse. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I look at I look at Cleo. I look at Buck. I'm like, do you... Just... okay.
Let's examine it.
Okay. Right. I touch the dead body.
Do you want to make a wisdom save, or are you happy just I don't know how much you want to
I'm going to make a wisdom save.
Cool.
I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
Level 1.
22. Okay.
You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good idea before it was here on this plane.
I look up and I'm like, okay, yeah.
It's not like suppurating or bleeding everywhere. It's too burned for that.
Lovely.
Investigation roll or?
You can investigate the body. Tom, also, I'm very happy for you to say to me, can I make a this roll? And we can debate it. That's perfectly fine. You know me.
Hang on. Also, can like from the point of view of Vuk, what just happened? What just happened to you?
Interesting. So I kind of like,
yeah,
and just like fire in my eyes, just, and then I'm like, okay, Yeah. I mean, my eyes are still sort of yellow and demonic, but I'm just like,
Right.
yeah, okay.
It's kind of a, and then turns to you and does the demon voice. Everything's fine. Okay.
It's just another dead body. It's just another dead body. It's fine. Yeah. I was about to say a medicine check. That body is dead.
I think even if you got a 1, you'd probably know that was the case.
I'm making
A medicine check would reveal more information if that is what you want to make.
Oh, nice.
I went for investigation and I got a 10.
Right. You start patting down the corpse and you find a component pouch, which a wizard would have. You find a... no magical items as such, but you do find all of the implications that this was once a wizard.
Yes, you're right. Again, sort of like components pouch.
Are they good components? Are they like expensive
what I thought,
components,
yes.
or are they just like cheapo?
I open the little bag.
You both as casters use focuses.
Yeah, but sometimes things require components that they
It's
might
not.
have.
No, this component pouch is the D&D equivalent of the
So it's like,
focuses if the person's never focused.
honey and sage and
Yeah, it's like honey, sage, bits of iron
cat's
filings.
whiskers.
Not the stuff that has value and you therefore need to have to cast a spell. That's not that.
Okay. No, you can bin it. They're just they're just not very they must have a supply store out here.
Oh, well, never know when you need honey and cat's whiskers, I suppose.
Fine. All right. Yes, I thought it was a good idea. I thought this would.
I handed it up to Valk. Like, do you want it?
No. I promise I'm fine.
If anyone's going to have it, I'll have it. At least I can use it.
Perfect.
Why are you taking my flesh prison?
Yeah, no.
You could have it back.
Yes, if you let us go, you can have your
I
flesh
don't
prison.
want it. I discarded it for something better.
Is it though?
Yes, it's so much better. Your new face is amazing.
Yes, very scary.
What are you doing?
I was like, with my hand, I'm like, there you go, there's the pouch.
The pouch is singed. Good. Right. Smells like bacon.
Smells like sage.
Smells like
Sage bacon.
Sage
Sagey bacon.
Are we making jokes about seasoning this dead body?
We are now.
We are now. There is a flash as the comet flies out from behind the ship. There was a held action, I believe. No?
Shoot.
I mean, yes.
Lowlace?
But I'm like, now do I want to shoot it?
Shoot him!
Shoot him!
Okay.
Why are we trying to? Okay. I don't have any
more
better
of
ideas.
a shock
Just
thing. It goes horribly wide.
Oh no.
thank God.
What'd you roll?
Babies! We're babies in
That's
space.
9. Well, no, I rolled a 3 plus
Oh boy.
for a 9.
Oh boy. Yep. Goes
but
flying.
I guess a D4 from the guidance.
Yes.
Guidance is
so
on a
13.
skill check, so it doesn't apply
so
to an
not.
attack roll. Sorry.
Oh, I thought that. Sorry.
No, just a skill check. But it's still useful.
It's still a 9. Goes wide.
Big old 9.
The murder comet will do what it says on the tin, and will fly over and
Murder us.
Murder a comet, surely.
a murder comet. Will start like spitting little meteors down on the now visible deck of the piece. Right, it's attack rolls, so I'm just going to target some people. Right. Uslam, 16 to hit.
No.
How do you want to dodge this meteor being spat at you, because you do avoid it?
I sort of jump, my wings just, I sort of land.
Flap up. Nice.
So I'm on my feet, I'm like,
You do notice you flap up and move away, that the gravity around here is weird. Like, if your feet are touching the base of this, you can still move around and walk around, but the moment you leap off, it's, I'm not that bound. I could move anywhere.
I have the utter terror of just going, okay, this is how I die. I prepare to float off, and then I land again. I'm like,
The existential dread of your character is amazing.
Tom also has an irrational fear of going, this is probably the worst way to die, is to float off into space, because there's nothing you can do.
That's amazing. No, that's totally
If
true.
you just think, you're like, well, this is it. This is just life.
This
I'm
is
just
what's
floating
happening.
away.
Right, second attack. Ugh. It's an 11 to hit Etelus.
Oh, like, no. But that's kind of how does one roll when holding a bow?
Combat roll.
You combat roll. Yeah, you combat roll.
Yeah, so it's kind of obviously not off the side of this thing, but I mean, I could.
It's up to you what you do. It's up to you what you do.
I would combat roll. It's big enough that I could combat roll easily.
I think it's fair to say with the dodge that you all have, because that's why those were so shit. If you are sort of scattering and trying to get out of the way, these impacts will sort of bang off the surface of the apparatus and will sort of minor explosions. Nothing like boom, it's going to destroy everything. More of like a as you are being assaulted by this thing as it flies around. It's not gone back into hiding. It's overconfidence is its weakness. It is now flying around at a range of about 50 feet, just spitting meteors at you while laughing maniacally.
Okay.
Yes, burn! Burn like my flesh prison! Good. Keek will continue casting the spell. Keek will look... You note for the first time, all of you, that Keek looks somewhat unsettled by this.
Interesting.
Etelus.
Yeah.
It's your
Fire
turn.
it. Do something.
No. Gonna combat roll and drop a bow.
Just do it again for no good reason, but just do it again.
Shoot that bow.
Boink, boink.
14.
Misses again.
Yeah.
So,
Usually good at this.
Because it has an
Clearly
AC.
not
It has
right
quite a
now.
good AC, so I think it fires towards it and just bounces off. It's made of stone. Like it's a living meteor, so it doesn't do much to it.
That was perhaps ill-advised.
Vuk.
Yes, so now Vuk is going to... oh no, there's going to be a slight sense of, all right, I've got this. Okay, here we go. And he is going to fire off a guiding bolt.
Ah, hot shit.
Well, yes, hopefully. I think he's realizing that he needs to not be afraid of this thing. He's just going to have to bite the bullet. Okay, so cast that. So this is a 10 to hit.
It's not very well guided, this bolt.
No. I think what I was hoping was that if it doesn't hit the meteor, then it will hit the wreckage. Just because I like the idea that because it's guiding bolts, they are forever rainbow.
What's the visual? What's the visual on your guiding bolt?
I think. Actually, yes, that's a good point. I think it's okay. So I've got an amulet, which is my focus, but I've also got a reliquary, which I think is going to contain it's like a seed store of interesting and magical things, and I think actually that the guiding bolt may come out of that.
Oh, lovely!
So it would sort of be opening, and it'd be like a sort of rushing wind, not quite with leaves in it, but with that same susurration. Do you know what I mean? The
I just realised you said rushing wind. I had Russian wind.
No, rushing.
It's a wind that is very Russian. Baltic wind.
Yes. No, this and rushing wind with the sound of sort of leaves going through it, and it's
lovely
because it misses, but it splatters into sort of rainbow-hued guidance stuff all over the thing, all over the
rainbow-hued guidance stuff. Cool. The wreckage is spattered with rainbow-hued guidance stuff. Everyone.
Yes. That's what's happened to the wreckage.
It's a very odd image in my head because when you said reliquary, I'm imagining in Anastasia when they're down in the hell.
Oh, wow!
There's all of the dancing and like.
Now that's a Russian wind.
Amazing.
Cleo.
Reaching into her pockets and realizing she does, for some reason, have some darts there. Probably shoved them in her pocket. On her way out the door, her loving parents probably said, "Darling, take these for the journey."
Absolutely.
Just in case.
Yeah. You get to throw one whole dart, don't you?
You get to throw one whole dart.
One whole dart.
What's the maximum damage this thing can inflict?
Did you get martial arts level 1?
You're asking me so many great questions. I the character, Chris. Yes. I didn't learn what they could do.
I'm pretty sure martial arts means you get your offhand attack.
Yes, but your offhand attack is
Does it have to be an
an
unarmed strike?
unarmed strike. Yeah.
Never mind. Throw that dart. Throw that dart.
I throw that down. I use my rubber ducky dice, and that's a 16 plus 7 for 23.
Bloody hell.
How far do darts go? I thought they were 20 feet.
Oh, there's a disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
60 feet. Thanks, Em, I'd forgotten. That is less good, but still...
It would be so much better if you could throw a dart 60 feet. Can you imagine, like, some sort of, like, pin accuracy dart?
Yeah.
With disadvantage, that's still a dirty 20?
Still hits, yeah.
Okay. 2 plus 5, 7 whole points of damage, please.
It's more than the Eldritch Blast did. Right,
Absolutely. That was really impressive.
Yeah, you do. This dart arcs out as you put a perfect throw that works in this environment where gravity is slightly peculiar and catches the swooping comet as it goes around. Matron! Good. Asta, the comet is visible.
It is... How far through the spell does it look like? The Aarakocra, whose name is not going into my head.
Keek.
Thank you.
Hang on, just counting the rounds. About halfway.
Oh my god.
Lasting time is a minute, my friends.
I don't want to keep using up my reactions by holding things. Can I touch the orb?
Sure.
Can I use my action to put my hands on the orb and press it down?
Why?
Why?
So that it can't fly away.
Oh, as in like hold it? I thought you meant like push it, try and push it through the floor.
Like hold it in place.
Oh, so it doesn't float away?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
You need to roll something for that.
I need you to roll me a con save when you touch the orb.
Oh no. But my dice hate me today.
I'm sorry, that's...
You want me to roll for you?
7. The highest roll I've had today, I rolled a 14. That's a 17.
Oh, it's fine. You get that tingling feeling that you got when you touched the force field? It's similar, but you get the sense that it probably would have hurt more if you hadn't...
Good. I'm going to hold it in place.
Cool.
That's my action, and then presumably that leaves my reactions free to do other things.
Absolutely.
Grand.
In my head, Keek is sort of, casting the spell. Casting the spell. Casting the spell. There's
a hand.
What are you? All right. Fine.
And also a cat's paw. Like, no, not
exactly. Okay.
Oh, and the cat's there the entire time and is totally fine and not hit by any spells. Islam, it's your turn.
Good.
The cat is a familiar, so if the worst is to come, I can always resummon him.
Islam.
Eldritch Blast. Warlocks.
You can fly.
I can.
I mean, anyone can fly in this environment, but yeah.
Looks not going to do that.
It's a 12.
Not fast.
Eldritch Blast goes wide.
The wings just keep flapping, and I'm sort of taking off and like floating. I'm like, okay. I look around and I'm like, I can't carry people.
No, Book is going to reach out and be trying to grab you. What are you doing? Why are you going away?
I don't know. I might need an expeditious retreat or something.
What? From here? Where are you going to go?
That way.
Oh, God. All right. Surely you'll be safer here with us. Please stay here.
Okay.
Good. Dragging you back down to the...
Do you touch your sword?
Yeah. Hi.
Darling, you could be a hero.
Oh, my God.
Don't you want to be a hero?
I hate this sword so much.
Loved by all.
I don't want to die.
Darling, you can't die with me around.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, I didn't... Fine. Yes, heroes help people. What do I need to do?
Show it. Who's in charge?
Oh boy.
Don't do that!
Level 1 Hexblade is so shit. You don't have any AC, you can't attack things, you're just gonna die.
AC is 19! I unsheath the sword.
As you unsheath the sword, please give us the visual.
Just, any attempt that this poor boy has made to try and look cute, just fire, green fire. Just the wings ignite, the eyes just go white.
The sword's voice in your head changes from the what it is usually to
Destroy.
I just want to check. Sorry. Can we hear Islam's part of this conversation?
Yeah, you could hit. You could. I don't think he'd quite worked out the yes. So you just heard pause. You're like, but heroes save people. Okay.
Okay, magic sword.
I think the first time, Islas probably would have, if they hadn't been like so panicked, they probably would have been like, oh yeah, he just does this.
Sometimes he gets possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Just one of those things, guys.
Oh,
one of those things.
El Diablo.
Seems fine.
It's like, talking to the sword thing, drawing it, becoming more demonic, you know.
Easy enough.
The murder comet will, in the sky, turn and come flying straight towards you. It is going to slam into the apparatus. Would anyone like to do anything about this?
It depends what it rolls.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything I can do except whimper.
That is an 18 to hit.
What, like, can you just give me an idea of what AC you're working with for the apparatus?
10. It is a stationary
10.
object.
Okay. Oh, is it worth spending one of my 2 spell slots on this?
I don't know, Em.
I don't know either.
I've already tried that with a guiding bolt. It did not work.
How low would you have to roll to make it a 10?
Low.
Yeah. Oh. No, I think I'm going to save it for if it hits one of my friends.
Sure.
New friends, maybe enemies. We don't know yet.
Well, one's a demon, so you know.
Really useful.
What's that got to do with anything?
That's very serious.
Right. As it hits it, what it is going to do is it doesn't think it's going to smash through it and destroy it in one go. It's aware of this. What it's trying to do is hit it with a glancing blow to try and smash into it, knock you all off it, cause carnage and mayhem. That's why it became this. Right. Lovely.
Could you turn the clanking swords off of your dice?
Yes, it is. So, it's ominous. I like it. So, as it flies towards all of you, can you always make me a dexterity save?
No.
If anyone's got any held actions or reactions they'd like to take, now is the time.
Oh,
that is the best roll I have made.
Me too.
So far.
21.
21.
Also 21.
21.
9.
There it is. It's always one. 23.
21 on a natural 20. I'm amazed, to be frank.
Well, all of you 20.
All fine, and then Cleo goes off the side.
All of you 21ers, the 21 Club, you are welcome to hang on and stay here. You are welcome to be thrown off, so it is presumably out of the way of some of the damage. Whatever you like. Tell me where you would prefer to end up.
I'm going to keep hanging on to this bloody orb.
I think Vuk is going to want to hang on to stability in this chaos.
Sure, no problem at all.
I take to the air.
You take to the air?
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Yeah, true.
Esselis?
You said 21. Got a 23. No, just.
Okay, all you 21s and 23s, get on the dance floor.
Can I, if I see Cleo going somewhere, can I try and reach out for them?
You want to hang on to
For
Cleo?
her?
Reach out.
Yeah, just.
Cleo.
Exactly.
Cleo, you can make a roll with advantage. Lola, that means that Etis is sacking the 23 to, sacrificing the 23 to make sure that Cleo doesn't get blasted off again.
That's fair.
That is a 16.
Great. Etis, how do you want to stop Cleo from spiraling off into the middle distance?
So I guess Attalus is like, okay, combat roller. Oh, and out the corner of their eye sees
You have vanished.
Cleo about to.
That was awesome. Corner of their eye.
The corner of their eye.
Just disappeared. It was awesome.
You can keep that for later levels when you get what's the one called when you hide in plain sight as a ranger?
Oh yeah. Just so yeah.
Step or whatever. Yeah.
Something of the wilds, I don't know. Mask of the Wilds.
Yeah. Mask of the Wilds. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So out of the corner of their eye, they'll see Cleo kind of fall and start sliding.
Yeah.
So they'll kind of change direction and kind of grab for Cleo and just, I don't know, catch you by your ankle or something.
Cleo, do you want to be grabbed by? I was about to say, do you want to grab ankle, or do you want to reach a hand and be
hand
caught? Because 23.
I can be grabbed by an ankle. That's fine.
It's your call. Your
It's whatever is like. I would probably have grabbed the closest part of you to me, and if you're sliding off that way, then it'll be the ankle. If it's if you trip and go that way,
evens it's an ankle, odds it's a wrist. It's an ankle.
All right, so Attalus, you have sort of managed to hold on, and you grabbed hold of Cleo's ankle. So whoop, you felt that gravity shift as your feet left the surface of this, and went, "Oh God, oh no!" And there was sort of about to float away, but you are managing to stay here thanks to Attalus.
Thanks.
Sorry.
No, thank you.
Iston, you moved back to get out of the way to give yourself some space. That's fine. Vuk, you were hanging on for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
And Asta, you're also hanging on for dear life, yes?
To the orb specifically.
To the orb specifically.
Yeah.
Great.
I've made my choice.
Yes,
sure.
I'm here.
Everyone who has stayed on the deck, which I'm going to call it for the time being, has taken 5 points total of bludgeoning and fire damage as this glancing blow.
Ooh.
It's also sent this platform into something of a spin. So you are all sort of moving around at quite a rate, because that was the intention, to throw you all off. And the comet has zoomed past and it's looping around to make another pass, basically. Did we have any held actions, or was it all dodges?
Didn't even have a dodge, I was lassoing.
You were lassoing, that's right. Oh, that body is gone, by the way. That is just wheeling away to the middle distance.
I used my action.
You used your action.
Ineffectually shoot the thing.
That's right, I remember. Cool. Keek has to roll a concentration check, excuse me.
This is quite important.
Oui, it is. It's fine.
Okay.
Keek maintains concentration. Keek is now also hanging onto the orb, with you, Asta, also hanging on. You're both sort of spiraling, looking at each other, and Keek is still casting, but will catch your eye. And you do see genuine fear. Like, this has gone way, way worse than they thought it ever could.
All right, maybe it's time to start using the spell slots.
Attalus, it is your turn. You are holding Cleo by the ankle. It's 5 points of damage, because you guys are... you lots are very, very low levels, so 5 points of damage. How badly hurt do you and, frankly, how badly hurt does Cleo look?
I'm not that bad. My max...
Oh, are you the tank ones?
No. Wait.
Cleo's lost approximately a third of her health.
Okay, Sierra.
Yeah.
How would you describe losing a third of your health? What is the visual on that? Are you bruised? Have you, has it gashed you somewhere? Are you burned? Where are you hurt?
I haven't talked to you about how Cleo bleeds and bruises with her metallic skin.
Ooh. That is a fascinating thought, isn't it?
She might dent slightly.
Great, love it. Keep it.
That's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
Slight dent across where you hit.
If you slash or pierce, you probably can, and then there is blood. But if it's just kind of impact damage, I think she just has a bit of a dented, like her elbow is maybe dented the wrong way, and she has a bit of a dent in her face.
I love it. And also, the cry could then be, that's going to need a hammer. Oh, that's awesome.
Those car suction things just pull your
Yeah, exactly. I've lost the cheekbone. Yeah.
Attalus, you also have taken some damage. What's the visual there for you? Is it bruising? Is it burning? Sorry.
No, I have to get past the visual of the whole car suction thing, because I now remember seeing a video where someone was using a suction cup dildo and hot water to pull out.
Good lord.
A dent.
It's quite a strong suction cup. That's just
Use the tools you're given.
Please take that visual image away from Cleo's face.
Sorry.
Why not? That was hilarious.
So we've established that Essos doesn't really do lots of clothing. So there's a lot of bare skin, especially on the top half.
Mhm.
So you kind of, you know how
Can't wait to get into this.
when you axe wood,
Yes.
it kind of doesn't really bleed. It kind of like splits and like you get some sap sometimes.
Yes.
So there's kind of like little kind of
So like sort of like a sort of thick sap-like blood.
Mm.
Amazing. Love it. Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Interesting.
Grand. You are hanging on to Cleo. Cleo is dented, and you are injured. I'm gonna assume like who looks the worst off? It's probably Asta.
I lost more than half of my health.
That'll do it.
What's the visual there for you? Because you sort of you got a lot of light in you. Is there sort of like light showing from cracks, or what's the visual?
There's a scar.
No, I don't think so. I think it just looks like normal bleeding, apart from that the blood is slightly blue tinged.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
That's nice.
How very Vulcan of you. Good. Right.
That's what I'm playing. A Vulcan, a very enthusiastic
Very
Vulcan.
enthusiastic Vulcan. They're famous for that, the Vulcans.
A Vulcan who was not raised, shall we say, by other Vulcans.
A Vulcan who's not browbeaten into being logical. Good. Right, yes, so the slightly blue blood from Asta and about half health. Etelus, it is your turn. Just a visual
yes.
on that.
So there's a lot of sorries happening as I kind of pull you. Like, how's your leg? And then I'm just kind of, I'm sorry, is that okay? Like, I'm basically grabbing your leg to pull you down.
Good.
Right. So it's a lot of sorry. Grabs your hand as fast as
I'm sorry.
It's the most British death ever.
I was going to say.
Everyone's apologising. Good. Pulling Cleo in to give Cleo allowed to stand back on the now spinning and wobbling platform is not an action or a bonus action. That's just something that happens as part of movement. That's totally fine.
Right. If it's awkward, you'll allow it to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Noted. I really
Remember that.
awkwardly one-on-one the murder comet.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Take 10 free turns. Why not?
Get out of here.
I think possibly. Oh no.
Wow. That went through a journey.
So many options, all of them bad.
I was like, I possibly would have dropped my bow, but I wouldn't have dropped my bow because it would have gone flying off.
It can probably have some kind of like strap that means that if you let
Wrist
go of
strap.
it, it'll either stay attached to your wrist or it'll still be wrapped around your midsection. That's fine.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Good. So I would, because I would have to grab Cleo. I probably would have had to.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
It's the old
Yes.
joke. If you give lightsabers a wrist thing, the whole universe would be so much better off.
Yeah, it would make so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Lovely.
Bow is the only thing I know.
Yeah.
So,
Bow it.
yeah. Cleo is down on the thing. We're all very unstable, but kind of try and set a stance and with the bow again. And I have a dice in my hand and I rolled on the
Discord.
thing.
Lola,
Discord.
roll with the dice in your hand, please.
Okay. Thanks, because that was a
I'm
shit roll.
ignoring the
This is
D&D
also
Beyond
gonna be
roll.
shit.
Roll with the dice in your hand.
It was a 17
Nice.
on the
Done.
dice.
Oh, on the
Plus
dice.
6.
Yeah, that does hit. So
Yeah.
you fire off with your lovely new dice, and the arrow arcs out and hits the murder comet.
Yes, I'm regretting this already, but it's pretty.
Go for it.
That was a 7 on D&D Beyond. I thought it might be like a little bit jealous. The fact that I'm running better.
You hit it with an arrow. Your shot fires out and arcs through the air and impacts the murder comet, who screeches, "Ah! Curses!" Good. Right. Fuck. How injured do you look?
That just sounded like fuck.
That is your fault, not mine.
You chose the name. We warned you last week.
Yes, I understand. I am sticking with it. I am convinced. Okay, so
Vuckety Vuck, it is your turn.
Oh no! Yeah, that does sound really bad.
I can't see your hit points because I've my tracker. I put you down as It's Yorkshire.
Damn it! No wonder it sounds so. Anyway, yes.
What is your hit point at the moment? How badly did that hurt you?
So I'm one above halfway.
Oh gosh, how does damage register with you? What's the visual?
I think they bleed much like an elephant would. They're sort of black, very sort of thick blood, I imagine, and also the bruising is just on the skin just makes it darker grey.
Sure,
I think that fits. But also there's definitely, but there's also definitely a I'm fine aspect to the Loxodon mentality. I think
you got it.
So, does anyone? Is Asta looking very the worse for wear?
Under half.
In which case, yes. So I will immediately go over and
first level wizard. The hit points of a gnat.
There will be a cure wounds. I think it'll get a little bit, but let's see. Now,
what does your cure wounds look like?
Well, that was what I was just going to think because. I've got Spoon for guidance. I think this one will be much more.
I've got Spoon for guidance.
I think this will be much.
The spoon. Then you feel guided.
This will be much more a tracing of the wound, tracing of the wounds to heal them. So sort of outlining them, and then they.
Here is the issue.
Yes, exactly. It's sort of like not there, please. And it turns lavender, and there's a smell of lavender in the air.
Oh, lovely.
That's the plan. So that's going to happen, and you're going to get 9 points back. That's slightly too many.
Way more than I can take, but yes, that's amazing. Thank you.
No problem.
That's a shame. The healing's not a thing in it.
That'd be really nice.
That feels good. Thank you, and it smells good as well.
That's the idea. We're nothing if not fragrant.
Okay.
It's a very uncharismatic character I'm playing. I'm trying to live up to it.
We're nothing if not fragrant.
I'm imagining that it's the kind of thing that because you have a really good nose, everyone just smells slightly wrong.
Yes.
And then you're carrying around all this lavender and everything else.
Yep,
that you
absolutely.
just use the opportunity to casting spells.
Just a bit better.
Smell BO all day, every day.
That's all, everything. Yeah, absolutely. Which I kind of got used to now, but it means that when it's absent, it's wonderful.
Cleo.
Yes.
It looks like...
No, sorry.
It's about 50 feet away. It's curving to make another pass. It clearly wants to do this again. Like, spitting meteors is all well and good, but ramming into things with your giant flaming head, that's fantastic.
Did it get into melee range when it rammed last time? Then I would like to ready my Warhammer that I totally know how to use and hold that action.
Absolutely.
Please, can somebody make some fan art of Cleo leaping forward to smack into the thing with a giant skull coming the other way?
Make her
Not a skull.
Massively anxious. That's
it's not a skull. It's like Severus Snape's face.
Even better.
As we all know, Severus Snape's face does not have a skull.
No.
It's got skin over the top. Okay. Astariel, you're still holding the orb down.
That hurt. Can I cast a spell while I hold the orb down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to use a trick that my mother taught me, and make myself feel braver. So I will, for the first time that any of you have seen, exude slightly too harsh white light. It's just going to be quite contained to me, and I am casting heroism on myself.
Nice. Sweet.
How many temp HP do you get?
5.
Right.
5 gains it, and I get it at the start of each turn as well. So
yeah,
hopefully I will stay alive longer.
I mean, one can only hope. Eslam, you are flying next to this, and the thing is close enough for you to reach, and you are full of righteous fury and vengeance.
I'm going to start by casting a hex.
Yes. How do you cast hex?
I curse thee.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Oh, sweet baby boy. So that's a bonus action.
Yes.
I also get to choose an ability that's going to have disadvantage on.
Yep.
Perception.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah. It's in the eyes. And
I curse you in the eyes.
I take your sight.
Better.
Nice. I start. Are
you speaking in Infernal right now? Just to be clear, because
Yeah.
Because normally you'd say, "Now you can't see," but in Infernal, it's, "I take your eyes." Good. Fine.
Are you saying I'm in slashy distance, or?
You could be if you. You'd have to. What's your flight speed? Because your flight speed's much faster. It's like 50 feet.
Yeah.
You could fly to it and slash, or you could stay here and hold an action. Because you're out of. If it impacts the thing again, it won't hit you, and then you can just dart in and.
Yeah, I prepare for it to, and then I can just slash as it comes past.
Fantastic. I will allow.
Thank you.
That's such a weird thing.
Thing is, the demon in your head, the devil in your head, is now no longer shouting "destroy." It's just happily, contentedly going, "Blood, whatever you need to do." So,
nice. Why didn't I do this before? This is great.
That's
exactly what I said.
Meanwhile, everyone could just hear.
Oh my god.
Well, one of us was going to snap.
Who had money on the little tiefling boy? Yeah.
The murder comet is going to arc around once more and is once again going to try and do a fly past. It's not doing like a sort of complete arc and then do the same hit again. Where it bashed once, it's now bashing on the other side. What it is doing, it's clearly got some experience of being a murder comet, is it is trying to make sure you can't get away.
How can it have experience of being a murder comet when it literally just got to be a murder comet right now? We've got its dead body.
You don't know much about this situation, but it knows what it's doing, and it's carefully orchestrating this setup.
It's mysterious. That's what it is.
It's not mysterious. It planned for this for a very long time.
I see.
All I want is to be a murderous comet. Why does no one understand my patterns? That's what happened.
Were they at the magic school? And they're like, we don't have a class in that.
No.
I want to be a comet.
They were a ship's navigator who was a wizard, and like, being a murder comet would be fun, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. And have been thinking about it for a very long time, and then just managed to achieve it.
The rest of the crew are like, I mean, live your dreams.
Weird guys. This is weird guys.
Cool. Horrible story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. The murder comet is going to once more come flying in to impact once more. There are two held actions that will hit it as it flies past. Go for your lives. Hurt it with your sticks.
That's an 18 on the dice, so it's a... Yeah, so you said I could use my dex, right? So it's 25.
Yeah. It's your dedicated weapon.
It's a two-handed attack.
Yep, it's your dedicated weapon. That
By
is
the
all
might
fine.
of Ian Fury.
So if a 25 hits, then that's a 10, so it's a 13.
Would you like to describe how you hit things with your hammer?
I mean, at the moment, Cleo has never hit anything with this hammer before. It was the heirloom lovingly handed to her to see her on her way in the big wide world, and she's kept it hooked to her back, and you don't know. No one else knows, and bumped into things with it. So I think she probably goes to attack with it, trips over the butt, gets off balance because it's weighted differently than she expected, but then manages to lurch in its general direction and hit it in...
Crack it.
Is it possible that the momentum of the comet means that when you lurch I'm going to hit this thing, it basically does all of the impacting of the hammer to its by running into your hammer?
I think so, because Cleo is not good enough to get 13 points of damage. She must have had some help.
When it does this, and when the hammer impacts it, you do feel a warmth from it coursing through your hands.
Ooh. That's nice.
Hello.
It's a warm hammer. Good, right. As it flies in, it does like as it gets impacted, and like the hammer lodges in it where its eye is, and it just curses once more. Islam, you were also going to stabby death it.
As you know, it's like curses, and I just emerge and stab into it. 19 to hit.
Oh, it just hits. All right.
Oh, okay. So we start with a 9 slashing, and because of the hex,
yes,
5 necrotic. Oh yeah.
It is still going to impact the apparatus once more.
Did it roll?
It's about to.
I'm like, oh yeah, and then watch it. I'm like, oh no.
No, you
in the air though, aren't you?
As it goes past, the two of you strike into it, and then it boom impacts and bounces off. It's glancing blows. It's trying to knock it and wobble it and make you all lose your balance and confidence. Let's see. We have attack roll 14 to hit. Does hit.
I just think it's going to have... I will silvery barbs it. I don't think it's going to work.
Silver. Oh, nice.
How does your silvery barbs manifest itself?
I'm going to hold out one hand towards it in a traffic motion and just say, no.
You do this before it impacts, so it sort of shifts off, and that might cause the impact to be more glancing.
I'll give my advantage to the one whose name I can't remember.
Keek.
Thank you.
You're never going to
I see. Oh, sorry.
It's not that I'm not trying. It's just that it's a really long time between turns. And no one else is interacting with them.
That is also true.
He's just desperately casting in crystal ball, trying to get you all out of here as soon as possible. Do I take the lower roll? Sorry, Laura, go ahead. No,
you're saying none of us are interacting with it, but after this, are any of us going to want to? If we manage to get out?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be taught by her
but
again.
currently, this is the person who's getting us out of dodge.
Do I take the second roll? I'll take the lower roll. Still a 14 to hit.
Yeah, thought so.
Right. Boom. Dex saves from everyone who's still standing on this thing.
Yeah.
Which is everyone apart from Islam.
20 non-natural.
Yeah, you can hang on.
25.
You can also hang on. You can choose to let go if you want to. Won't take the damage.
That might be better.
It's your call what you do with your life.
Yeah, quite literally. Okay. Yes, I will probably, having taken the damage last time, as long as everyone else looks relatively stable, jump. I don't know.
As the impact happens, it will wobble this, and it will cause, because it's already spinning and moving in a rather horrific way. You can use the impetus of that to just go nope and
jump off.
Yeah, maybe just kind of, hoping that I hover and it's not too bad. Just off the top of it. So
that is fine. You won't take the damage. Look.
I've got a 15, and he's definitely staying on the thing.
Just hang on for dear life. That's fine.
Well, it's that doesn't want to lose this sort of one anchor in the middle of all of this insanity.
Sure.
Oh man, this is really going to hurt.
Clear.
19. Seeing Atelis jump, I'm going to return the favour and see if I can grab onto.
Totally intentional.
It was intentional.
So that he doesn't go
spiraling off into the middle distance. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I will allow that because I think it's funny. Good. Right? No, I want to leave. Clear. That means you will take the damage from the. Yeah, fine. So any people taking damage are Astra. Are you staying? Would you roll?
I got a 20, and I'm staying because I'm holding on to this damn orb that we've been told is the only way to get home.
Anywhere.
And if anyone's going home, I'm going home with this damn orb.
Well, there it is. Right, good. Ooh, that's significantly more damage than last time.
I'm down.
I might be down.
10.
Oh!
9, I'm out.
I'm still up.
Okay.
10.
10 points damage. Atlas, you don't take it. You got out of dodge.
Okay.
But Cleo is now unconscious, so.
Yep.
So
looks down.
Looks down as well.
Looks
down as well.
Yeah. Oh, why did I do that?
It thickens it plots. Good, right. Cleo, when you say you're down, do you want to be down on the deck of this thing, so you're still attached to it, or do you want to be floating away into the middle distance?
The crystal ball and the cat are on the deck of this thing, so I would like.
Yeah, the cat's fine. You don't know how the cat's doing it, but it's absolutely fine.
That was such.
Basically,
In my head, that was such a weird reasoning. Yeah.
Okay, look, are you also staying on the deck? Because the gravity will pull you towards the deck of the thing unless you literally leap off. And
No. That's the thing. Vuk does not want to leave go of this.
Okay.
That's.
So this Cleo has collapsed. I would allow the collapse would pull you back in if you want to stay on the raft of doom, or you can let go and float off into the ether.
No, I'll come back down because I'm like shit.
You avoided the damage. You avoided the damage and got pulled back in. It's actually quite a clever move.
No, I know. I'm just like shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who can heal? I've just realised that I am.
No.
Right.
And how many hit points do you have at the moment?
Me?
Yeah.
4, but I get 5 back at the start of my next turn. Oh, assuming I maintain concentration.
Oh, okay. Didn't you say there was something?
Which I do.
Great. Islam, you watch all of this. I'm not sure if you care.
No.
Oh. Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay, all right.
Ed's concerned for me.
We're all concerned for you, Tom.
It's an 11.
We're concerned because you keep making these characters mostly, but...
Why do you want to leave us in the Astral Sea, Tom? I don't know, space.
You can feel worry and fear, and you can also feel the demonic, devilish presence in your head telling you that none of these things matter. You can feel both of those things.
I'm imagining, like, in the headspace, there's, like, normal looking me and then fully demonic me. It's like, you can make new friends.
On me shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm supposed to be a hero. No one has to live. You can tell whatever story you like. I'm like, oh. Oh.
Heroes win in the face of adversity.
But if they die, then make new friends. Oh.
They clearly weren't heroic enough.
Eyes are flashing back and forth.
Perfect. Good. The comet is spinning around another pass. Keek, noting the situation and seeing how everyone is down, is going to...
Cast the spell. Keep casting the spell. Do not stop casting that spell. We need to go home. The only way out of this is to go home. Do not.
Keek's looking like, I have fucked this. Keek very rarely, like, Keek clearly there's like an iron core of I'm as good as scattered down the universe, it'll be fine. I'm so cool. And it's not working. The facade is dropping a little bit, and it's this has gone horribly wrong. They are going to make a bold choice.
Is this a good idea?
No, it's a terrible idea. The bold choice is always the bad idea.
Wow, that is...
Proving I'm right.
They are going to reach forward and reach inside the crystal ball. Their hand phases into it, and where it's phasing into it, you can see that it's blistering and smoking.
What are you doing?
Oh,
I can't do that.
Is that good? Faster?
They will pull out from this crystal orb, which stops glowing, a key. Silver-looking key.
Huh.
As they do, the blistering effect of this on their arm continues down their arm. And they're going to hold onto it, and you can see them just trying to do something.
What are you trying to do, Nutter?
Can I see this happening?
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Cleo and look hard because they are the very unconscious.
Sleeping.
Yes.
Slipping.
Yes.
Yeah, is that fast? What is happening?
They're going to hold onto it, concentrate, and all of you and the spinning, rotating disc of doom vanish. From your perspective, what you get is the same tugging sensation, but none, and I mean none, of the calm, sedate journey that you had beforehand. This is a nightmarish rush with planes of existence, peoples you've never seen before rushing past you at a speed of absolute knots. Islam, you are dragged along as you just were close enough to be dragged along with this. And after a screeching, screaming, yanking through 1,000 different dimensions in a couple of seconds, the platform and everyone on it will heavily impact ground. Asta, Etelis, Islam, make me a dex save, please.
Ooh.
You don't, you're unconscious.
Have I had a turn?
Fuck.
Can I have a turn?
No, have I had a turn? Because if I had a turn, I would have got more temp HP. Has it been 6 seconds?
How long did the journey take? It should have done.
I will say that the journey took at least 6 seconds, therefore you can have the temp HP for this.
Thank you. I rolled a 20 anyway, but...
Does that mean we have to make a death save?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't? I thought it was just going to automatically lose 2.
You automatically lose 1 because it's not a crit. The ground can't crit.
Fine.
What if it did?
All right.
It's a lovely DN sentence. The ground can't crit. Let's have the dex save answers, please.
It.
8.
20.
20.
Nice.
I'm rolling as well. Yeah. 12.
Islam and Etelis, you are both flung free of the platform as it crashes. And as it does, it disintegrates into pieces. It is spinning, cartwheeling, parts are being thrown over the place. You will both take... seven points of bludgeoning damage as you are thrown and bounced and land in an awkward heap amongst, frankly, a lot of debris. We'll get to where you are in a second. As do you manage to hang on to the central plinth with a 20, avoid all of the, you're wrenched around furiously, but you manage to avoid all of the crushing and smashing as it does sort of bounce a few times and then spin awkwardly to a halt with the plinth still in the centre.
Ideally, I'm trying to keep an eye on where Vuk and Cleo have landed.
They were both flung.
They're flung off.
They automatically fail the death save, and they automatically fail the dex save and automatically lose 1 death save as their bodies are flung wide.
Are we still initiative? Because I got something I can do.
Ooh, hold that thought. As to what you see as the podium comes to end, as this shattered crystal ball in the centre of it, the podium still standing, most of the wood and the metal gone, and keep holding this key. But their skin is ashen. And as they hold onto this key and look at you, they will just disintegrate. The key lands amidst their remains.
Oh boy. Is it disintegrating the things that it lands on?
No.
Alright, I'm going to pocket the key. Seems important.
Very pragmatic of you.
Keep that one.
Islam, Etelis, if you're not knocked unconscious by this, then you are alive and picking yourself up about 50 feet away. Yes, so about 50 feet away from the carnage.
Can I see either Cleo or Vuk? Ideally
let's see.
Vuk, because Vuk has healing.
Well, let's see. Cleo, Vuk, please make me a D100 roll.
Okay. This doesn't feel good.
51.
Of course.
21.
There we go. All I needed was the comparison. You can see Cleo.
But not Vuk.
I'll get to Vuk in a minute.
Okay. How far away is Cleo?
Okay.
If you want to count this as part of initiative, which I will allow, then you can reach Cleo and heal if you wish to.
You don't know that I can heal.
I know that you can.
Shush.
Playing an Asimar, I know these things.
Wait, we don't.
It's on the character sheet and on the screen.
It. Shut up. I will make my way over to Cleo and kind of gently touch the back of one hand and use my healing hands.
Can we say
this is again that radiant light, but this time it's not around me, it's around Cleo.
Oh, cool.
Can we say that it sort of knocks out some of the dents and actually starts reforming Cleo because the visuals?
I mean, it's only 3, so it's not.
Sorry,
it's enough. It's enough to come back to life. It's not a lot more.
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
All right.
Scared I wasn't going to make it past game 1.
Look.
Right.
You're awake.
Okay.
You come to?
Where am I?
On a pile of debris, the sky above you, the sort of bits of pieces of stuff around you. You don't know a lot about where you are right now.
Can I move? Am I?
Do you try and move?
Yes.
As you try and move, you're weirdly stuck.
Oh, I'm really going to regret this. Can I try and look down and try and view my body?
Yeah. There's a metal pole sticking out of your chest that you clearly landed on.
Oh.
I'm sorry, all I can think is that there's no way any of us are strong enough to get you off that.
Hey, my strength isn't truly terrible.
Let's not.
Dexterity lift. Right, so
okay.
yes, you are sort of stuck on a metal pipe.
Wait, but hang on. So that sounds terminal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm dead, but how am I therefore aware?
Do you feel for a heartbeat?
Yes.
You don't have one.
Right. So somehow, okay, I'm gonna try and look around. Like, are we in a hell? Are we in a heaven?
All you see above you are clouds scudding above a brilliant blue sky. And if you look around a bit, you're on a sort of hill of debris. You can't really see much around you without trying to roll over, which
is not going to happen.
Well,
can I lift up?
You can try.
I was going to say, can I? Okay, so I'm assuming I've got my shield and my club still sort of on me.
Yeah, they've got wrist guards.
Yeah. They know where to stay. So I'm going to try and lift up my club. Sorry, right-handed. So lift up my club.
Your arm still works.
Okay.
Do you want to lift? Do you want to try and lift yourself off the pipe?
No. Well, I'm going to try and do it the other way around if I can. So essentially, I'm going to put down the club and the shield, and then try and pull the thing out of me.
Sure.
That'll be easier. Well, I think that'll be easier. I have got half decent strength.
Go for it.
Good though.
Roll me an athletics check to pull the pipe out of you.
My chest hurts just thinking about this.
Yes, I know. This is really
like genuine pain.
Do I really want to do this?
Like,
Okay,
it must be fixed to something underneath. Otherwise,
you wouldn't be stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a 14.
You pull up a few times, and it's clearly stuck to something bigger that you're lying on. Yeah.
You're gonna have to shimmy yourself off it.
Oh, okay. Right. Is there a roll for that?
To shimmy yourself off a pipe?
A crunchy roll? I don't know.
I will allow that you can use the 14 athletics you just made to place a hand either side of yourself and lift yourself, and you can watch the pipe. And I'll avoid some of the gore here, because I know people aren't necessarily big on gore, but you can see the gore getting pulled back in, to lift yourself off the pipe.
Right.
You are now sat up, and there is a hole in your chest.
Can I fit I'm not going to try and push my hand the whole way through, but could I fit my hand through it?
You can fit a couple of fingers in here.
Oh.
From death becomes
There's no... You're not spurting blood or anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's blood, but it's not like arterial gushing. It's just...
Yeah, it's just
like,
stop.
It's just there.
So... I'm going to see if I can trumpet. So when we shouted out like the greetings to the ship before, I think I'm going to sort of try and trumpet along those lines. I think probably in Loxodon first, because I presume that's what
I can do you one better. As you sit up and you can see the others you're just slightly higher up than the rest of them now. You're looking down, you can see them. You can still trumpet. I mean, there's a hole in your chest. As you trumpet, there is a slight wheezing sound.
I think I'm all right, but I don't know how.
By the way, you have 1 hit point.
Do I? Good. Okay. I don't understand this. All right. Okay. Fine.
Before the 5 of you get to reconvene and, well, talk about the hole in Fox's chest.
Yeah.
As you all become conscious, stand, look around you. You are in what looks like a debris field. There are crashed craft of many, many different styles and designs, some of which you might recognize, most of which you don't. You have no idea what you're looking at. There's jutting, sharp rock at various points around this space. And there's even some ships nestled in to various points on this rock where they have landed a bit more softly, let's say. However, that's not the weirdest thing.
Oh, good.
You can see that what you are on, is a floating rock. Because as you look, you can see where the horizon drops off, and then you can just see a very long way. The rock you are floating on is clearly quite high up, and you're on some kind of floating piece of island. You can also see other floating islands, some nearby, others further away.
Kidding. I was going to say...
It's also not the weirdest thing you can see.
What?
Dotted around this entire island, ghostly figures float all over. I'd say that you can probably see about 50 from where you currently are.
I'm going to look down at my cat and go, I don't think we're in water deep anymore, Sammy.
Well, there's the final line. Very good.
That was amazing.
And that's all they got next time.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yes, fine.
We're doing the lost. Guys, where are we?
Yeah, there's no... Wow. So I'm dead, but fine. I'm sure it'll all become very, very clear.
Find out more next week.
Okay.
As can the audience. Hello. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of Fracture. More to come in this strange new world that we find ourselves in. If you enjoyed tonight, we play every Tuesday, and we'll be doing so for the foreseeable future. So if you enjoy what you're watching, come and join us. We'll be playing pretty much every Tuesday. There'll be some one-shot breaks every now and again. We'll try and announce those as they come. But yes, join us on Tuesdays for this ongoing adventure in this strange new world we are building. And on Mondays, we have our ongoing campaign set in Faerun, still set in Faerun, that hasn't changed. So you can enjoy all of the characters that you know and love in a world that you potentially know better than this one. So that's on Mondays, same time, same place. And on Fridays, we're doing Talking's Free Action, Talk Together, where members of our cast and crew will talk to each other about what is going on, what we are doing, big exciting things we have planned, etc. So join us for those on Fridays. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. You can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. And there's podcast versions everywhere. Just search for Roll Together RPG. We're on all the socials, including the TikToks, because Tom's young.
I'm the age of Jesus, and that's the cool age.
Please tell me that's not a thing you put on TikTok. That's.
Oh no!
Oh, fellow youths, I'm the age of the Christ.
2000 and.
Yeah, 2000-ish. Good, right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Tom. Join us next Tuesday. See you soon. Bye.